Webinar is now broadcasting. We've already got 16, 21, 24. Oh, streaming over here. 53, 59. People are joining in. As you guys are joining in, do me a favor and comment where you're coming from.
And hey, everyone, welcome.
We've got Eben on here with us as well.
Australia, Sweden, London, Toronto, Miami. Anyone in Austin, Texas? I am dialing in from the Airbnb on the road in Austin, Texas. Anyone here in Austin? Just got in here last night. Eugene, Oregon. Rick from Eugene. Oh my God, I grew up in Eugene. Hello, Eugene.
Chat is blowing up.
Nova Scotia, awesome.
San Jose, New York. Someone is on from Queenstown, New Zealand. I don't even know what time it is there, but you are a rock star.
That's great. You ever been to Queenstown, Mark?
I actually just recently went, and it was
Isn't
amazing.
It unbelievable?
I said it felt like I was standing inside of a postcard. It was so beautiful. And I was there during the winter, so it was all snowy, and it was just amazing.
Yeah. The scale of everything.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Incredible. Beautiful, beautiful place. We got lots of people. We got people from all over the world here. We are excited. Eben and I have been having so many conversations behind the scenes in preparation for the epic content we are about to share on this training. And even if you're watching the replay, this is obviously live right now, but if you are watching the replay, we've got amazing stuff in store for everybody. So for the people on live, we also have some cool things that you guys are going to get for being here and staying to the end, which we'll talk about in a minute. Appreciate you guys telling us where you're coming from around the world. It's always so amazing. I know Eben feels the same way when you see people from all over the world that you get to impact and share with, and it's just a really cool feeling.
Yeah, it's a privilege.
It is indeed. We've got 233 people on already. So, and I keep seeing more and more people are joining in. So I think we'll probably just start off and kick it off. I know Eben was going to do a little introduction and share a little bit about his experience and our relationship and friendship together. And then we're going to kick it off and I'll dive straight into the presentation. We are going to go for probably 2 hours. If you have to leave early, no worries. This is recorded. But we are going to probably go for about 2 hours with Q&A at the end.
Great. And everybody, I want to just, before I tell you about Mark, I want to recommend a couple of things. Number one, just take a breath and come here now, come into your body. Let's just take a breath and just come here now and kind of let go of the day, let go of all the distractions and everything that we've got on our mind, and just make some space in your attention for learning, because you're going to get a download here. Okay, you're going to get a lot of really high quality information from Mark, and you're going to see some new things. Okay, and you're going to want to watch for those new things, because all it takes is one great idea, that you can go and implement and use in your life and your business to make this more than worth it. And speaking of capturing new things, also make sure you're ready to take notes. Okay, just be ready. If you're going to be using your computer, have a computer file ready. If you're going to be writing, have something to write with. And try to turn off all of the stuff that might distract you or interrupt you while we're going. It's very easy to kind of zone out and go check email or check Facebook or look at your Skype or your social media or whatever. Just go ahead and shut all that stuff down, right? I promise you it will be there when you get back. It will all be waiting for you. Come here to learn now. And welcome everybody. I see everybody dialing in and saying where you're from. It's really great to see you. Thank you for being here. You're not going to be disappointed for this one. Okay, you're not going to be disappointed here. So I want to introduce my friend Mark Lack, and I'm excited for you to learn from him on 2 levels here, okay, on 2 levels. First of all, I'm excited for you to learn about personal branding from him, because he's going to show you what he's been studying over the last 5+ years about how to do personal branding in a new way. And all of a sudden, we live in a time where personal branding is something that we all have to know how to do. Right? If you're teaching online, if you're an author or a coach or a speaker, or you create digital products or courses, or if you even market your business or your practice online, if you do any kind of work with individual people or you sell any products where you're a good part of the story, personal branding is like an exponential advantage that you can have. And Mark is one of just a handful of people that I've ever met who really understands personal branding, and he's quickly moving to the front of the pack. And this is really cutting edge stuff. Okay, and I'm serious. You're going to see when you see how he presents, this is new stuff. The other reason I want you to pay attention is because Mark is a badass sales guy and marketer. Okay, he's very, very good at what he does, and I want you to take notes and watch how he does it. Okay, watching one of Mark's presentations is an education all by itself. Okay, so if you're looking to get clients and you do anything to do with online marketing, or you want to do any kind of presentations, take notes on how he is doing this and stay all the way to the end and watch what he does. And then one more thing before I do an introduction of Mark here is, or one more thing before I do more introduction of Mark here, is I also want to invite you to stay on until the end, because I have an amazing bonus package for you as well. Like I said, Mark is a great salesperson. He's a great marketer. He's going to teach you a ton of really valuable stuff. Then he's also going to invite you to be part of his coaching and mentoring program. And if you decide to do that, I have an awesome bonus package, including access to a live virtual event I'm doing in a couple of weeks that you can only get access to if you register here on this webinar. So make sure and stay on till the end. Okay, so quickly, let me just tell you a little bit about Mark. I met Mark about 5 years ago, and I can't believe how far he's come, because when I met him, he was a little bit more of a, if I can say this, a little more awkward and a little less confident in himself. He wasn't this guy that you see right here. And he was, I don't think you had really done any of this stuff at that point, right? 5 years ago, right? You hadn't done any of it. And so I've watched him go from kind of zero to now speaking on all these big stages and creating all these courses and selling millions of dollars worth of programs and helping some of the top names in online marketing and branding, and literally works with famous people and helps them with their personal branding. And another just endorsement for Mark here, because I really believe in him, is I've actually called Mark multiple times in the last few months myself to jam with him and get his thoughts about marketing. When I was doing my last launch, I called him up and I said, hey man, all right, tell me about how to do webinars. Like, what are you learning out there? And he gave me a few ideas that I incorporated in my own process. Okay, so I actually look up to him as a professional and as a peer. And so if you are looking to learn about how to get more clients online, how to build your personal brand, and how to do it in a new integrated kind of way, then really listen to what Mark has to say. And with that, Mark, take it away. I'm going to go on mute over here, and I'm just going to kind of turn myself off so you can have the whole screen for your presentation.
Cool.
I will be back later on, and I'll just kind of jump in and let you know my bonuses when we're ready. Okay, Mark?
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to turn my camera off as well when I start my presentation. So Evan's going to turn his mic off and camera off. I'm going to jump in for you guys. Again, thank you, Evan. I appreciate that. I know we've just, had our friendship has evolved a lot in the last few, I guess, months here. And it's just been really special. And I appreciate that introduction. And I've been really looking forward to sharing this specific training with your community here. So for everybody who's on and even watching the replay later, I'm really excited because everything I'm going to share with you has been what's totally transformed my life. I'm not holding anything back. I'm sharing all the best stuff. And it's the same things that celebrities and super successful business people doing hundreds of millions of dollars all really, they pay me to learn from. So you guys are going to get this information for free because I wanted to jam pack the best content I possibly could into this. So without further ado, I'm going to share my slides and I'm going to turn my camera off, and I'll turn it back on towards the end when we do some Q&A.
All right. See you guys at the other side.
All right. Real quick here. You guys can see my slides. Comment if you can see my slides.
And I can see them.
You guys can see it? Cool. 1 second. Going back. We're good to go here. Cool. I got my team messaging me saying everything is good to go. I got my chat pulled up over here. Slides are good to go. Awesome. Cool. Somebody from Australia said swanky picture. I appreciate it. I figured you're from Australia. I love it. I've got a couple thousand people in my community from Australia. I love the Aussies. So I'm going to dive in here. This training, as many of you already know, because Eben has been talking about this and we've been looking forward to this for weeks now, is on specifically how I impact millions of people online and get 30 to 50 high ticket coaching and consulting clients. And we're going to show you guys exactly how you can do the same thing. So every month you can produce clients like this as well. Couple quick housekeeping items. It'll probably go for about 90 minutes to 2 hours if you add up the Q&A that we're going to do at the end. Get rid of all distractions, as Eben mentioned. That means hopefully you're watching this, as we'll get to in a minute, on a desktop instead of a cell phone, and be in a quiet place. It's going to make the user experience a whole lot better. Now, let me go this way. My promise to you guys during this free training is we're going to cover how the pros impact millions and make millions online, and how you can too, why you need a niche and proof of concept, the secret weapon of all 7-figure personal brands, and the simple 2-step funnel to getting high ticket clients, and how you can become the authority in your industry through personal branding. Now, here's just a couple of my celebrity clients that we have the unique privilege and opportunity to work with. Starting in the top left, you might know A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, and his wife, Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo. We helped A-Rod launch his weekend boot camps and his course. You'll probably be seeing a whole lot more of his stuff all over the internet soon for his course and his workshops. Jake Paul in the top right, he's a massive celebrity influencer. And when I say massive, he has 36 million followers and over 10 billion views online. In the bottom left, we have Manny Koshbin, who's a real estate mogul who's done over $500 million in real estate and immigrated to America as a homeless immigrant and was able to accumulate over $500 million in net worth. We helped him launch his course as well and work on his personal brand. And in the bottom right, we have Jordan Belfort and Leonardo DiCaprio, and we've helped him launch his course to hundreds of thousands of people and generate an absurd amount of millions of dollars in revenue, and doing that with every single person you see on this. These are all celebrities, and this is just a couple of the big ones that we're working with right now. And everything I'm about to teach you and lay out for you is the exact same thing that they've partnered up with us and paid a lot of money for us to help them on. So you guys are going to learn exactly what this is for free right now. Now, here's a cool thing that I want to do for you. I know that our time is our most valuable asset. So I want to give away $500 in cash just for being on this training. So this is a bonus, right? You're going to get a ton of amazing education and trainings and resources and tools to walk away with from this. But I also want to not only have those trainings, put some money in your pocket, I also want to actually just give away some cash. So the way that you're going to have access to this is we're going to pick 5 lucky winners at the end. Each person's going to get $100 cash. We'll send it to you via PayPal or however you prefer to be paid. And the way that you qualify is you simply engage and you stay until the end. So I have had my team on here monitoring everybody from the very beginning, and they're going to monitor all the way into the very end. So don't think that you can leave and come back on later. My team is monitoring the whole time. And that's number 1, watch the whole training. Number 2 is engage in the chat. So if I'm asking you guys, I've got my iPad pulled up on my side over here. I can see who's commenting. Is when I'm saying comment yes, or let me know about this, or tell me your why, which is coming up, I'm going to be looking at the chat and my team is monitoring that. So whoever stays to the very end, whoever plays full out with me, can you guys play full out? Type yes in the chat. We're going to give this as our first test. First test. Yes, 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 yes. Love it. I see the chat's blowing up. Perfect. You guys are awesome. So that's exactly what we're going to do here is I'm going to tell you guys to play full out. You're going to get a chance to win cash. Plus you're going to walk away with some other epic stuff that I'm going to share with you right now. So my agenda during our small amount of time together is primarily to get you to realize how important personal branding is for whatever you're doing. Even if you don't have a business, product, or service, I'm still going to show you how you can make tons of money, whether it's just supplementing some income. Maybe you want to make an extra $1,000 to $10,000 a month, and that would be life-changing for you. Or maybe you want to go all in and you want this to be something that can make you hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of dollars in revenue for your business. You want to be the authority. You want to impact tons of people and be more of an influential thought leader and role model in your industry. Fantastic. My agenda is going to break down for you how you can do all of those things, whether you want to do this as a side income or whether you want to play full out and take it to the highest possible level. Now, I'm all about radical transparency. So I believe in being fully transparent. And what that means is I'm going to show you screenshots of our income and sales because numbers don't lie. Look, a lot of people, when I grew up in the space, would talk about numbers and they would never actually show them. And so I always felt like I would have a little bit more confidence that what they said was actually working if I could see some screenshots, not to rub it in someone's face, but to inspire them and to validate that this is real and that they can do it as well. I see somebody, Alan said, I could use a couple $1 million. We all could, right, Alan? And hopefully you take action on what I share with you tonight, and you can do exactly what I've been able to do to put millions of dollars in my pocket. You can do the same thing to put it in yours. So the next thing about radical transparency is, if you've ever heard of Simon Sinek, who has a world-renowned TED Talk, Starting with Your Why, and the importance of that, I love that talk, and it reminds me of my why, which comes from a Mother Teresa quote. Contribution is the greatest form of selfishness because it makes you feel great and it's good for the world. And I love what I do because I get to educate and inspire people to transform their lives and businesses. And I'm excited for this training to impact your life and business right now. Now, before I give you the how to succeed, let's start with the why. I'm curious, what is your why? This could be a simple word: family, freedom, money. What is the why that you have? It could be a sentence. Obviously, your real why that you read to yourself daily to stay motivated should be more of like a couple paragraphs that really inspire you and make you feel the juice from the reason why you're doing what you're doing. I see people saying money, freedom, legacy, to fulfill my purpose, growth, love, helping others be healthier, financial freedom and time freedom, influence, contribution, security, and freedom. You guys are awesome. I love that. Those are all amazing things. And so I'm going to teach you the how, but more importantly, as long as you have that powerful reason why you're going to achieve this, then I know you're going to be resourceful enough to figure out how to make this happen. Because I'm going to teach you how, but you got to have a strong reason why. So I love seeing you guys are still blowing up the chat over here. This is awesome. Now, in addition to the $500 cash and the bonuses and everything that we're throwing in here and the training you're going to get, I'm also going to give you all access to one of our courses that we sell all day, every day on our site. We're going to give it away completely for free. Again, just to thank you for your time and to thank you for staying until the end. You'll only get access to this when you stay until the end. Again, this is just one more bonus to thank you guys, because I'm all about over-delivering. So why is it so important that you learn the information you're about to learn right now on tonight's training? Well, there's a few reasons. We're going to break them down. Number one, who is more credible in 2020? Person A, the business or individual whose social media has 5 posts, 100 followers, 8 likes, 50 views on their videos, and 2 comments. So basically non-existent, just a small following. Or person B, the person or business with hundreds of posts of valuable content, 100,000 plus followers, 3,000 likes, and 70,000 views on every video, and 200 comments on every post because they have an engaged community. In 2020, person B wins every time. And I see you guys are blowing up the chat over there. And the reason why person B wins in 2020 is because social media is the new resume and website. Look, people look you up, and they usually do it on Google to find your website, or they do it on social media. And social media gives you an opportunity to have a lot more credibility and an engaged audience. And I'm going to show you how that becomes extremely important down the road in this training. So reason number 2 why this is important you learn this is because let's look at the growth rate right now of social media consumption that's happening around the world. Number 1, Facebook has over 2.2 billion active users. YouTube has over 1.5 billion users, making it the 2nd largest platform. Instagram has over 1 billion users, making it the 3rd largest platform. And LinkedIn has over 500 million users and growing. On average, 1.5 billion people log on Facebook daily. 68% of all Americans are on Facebook. The average person checks social media platforms over a dozen times per day and spends over 45 minutes total on social media. Now, somebody said, why not Pinterest or TikTok? Trust me, I could name, there's over 500 social media platforms. Most of y'all could probably only name the ones you just did: Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest. I could name all of them, but yes, trust me, there are a lot of social media platforms out there. Pinterest can be really good. TikTok can be really good. And when we get to Q&A, we can talk about some of these ones if you guys like. Now, here's some of the top marketing trends that happened in 2019. Obviously, there could only be predictions for 2020. So this is why it says 2019 on here. And this was from Forbes. I'm summarizing it for you in the orange little blocks over here. People trust people they know. That's why it's so important. That's why influencer marketing has become so big. because people would rather associate their product, their brand, their service with someone else who's a trusted authority. That's why for years they've had, for decades, they've had celebrities endorse products. 30% of people are going to start and already are using ad blockers. It's only going to go up from there. And ultimately, content marketing and influencer marketing has become a huge key to success for businesses pushing products, services, e-commerce, and things of that nature. So you're going to see how this all ties in and relates back to you, regardless of your product or your service or your industry. So why do those reasons matter to you? Well, here's why. Here's one of the main reasons. In 2019, there was 2.77 billion people consuming content on social media. They're predicting in 2020, this year, there will be 2.9 billion people. And in 2021, we'll have over 3 billion people on social media. So if you're not creating content and adding value for your target audience on social media, you will go out of business. It's just a matter of when. You need to start taking your online presence serious this year. It's no longer optional, which is why all of you are very smart, because you're on this training and you're learning this. Regardless of your age too, we have so many incredible people of all ages and backgrounds in our community. It's really inspiring. Now, this might shock you, but of the 2.77 billion people on social media, no one goes on social media to buy things. As crazy and counterintuitive as that might sound to some of your beliefs, no one has ever said, hey, I'm going on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. You want me to get you anything? Now, you might say, hey, I'm going to Starbucks. You want me to get you something? I'm going to the grocery store. You want me to get you something? I'm going to lunch or here. You want me to get you something? But people don't say that on social media because they don't make the decision in their head to grab their phone, check Facebook, and they'll go buy a product. No one has ever said, hey, babe, I'm going on Facebook. Do you want anything? I thought this was a funny image of a guy with a credit card in his hand. People don't do that. Now, although running ads on social media can work because people do love to buy things, think of Amazon. People love buying things, but people hate to be sold. Think of that car salesman, the status quo of a car salesman, right? Oh, comes up to you, tries to sell you and wheel and deal something with you. People don't go on social media to buy or to be sold. So you better know how to acquire customers at a profit to stand out and make any real money online if you're trying to get people to buy or be sold on social media. Now, the good news is it's easier than ever to get started with what I'm going to share with you tonight. But the bad news is it's more crowded than ever as a result. There's already billions and billions of dollars being spent per month on social media advertising. So to stand a chance at succeeding online, you need to have world-class advertising skills and a huge budget. Or you can just start following the process that you're learning right now to stand out online and succeed much faster. And the best part is you can have a small budget to do it. Now, survey data has showed us from thousands of people around the world that the top 3 struggles people have succeeding online are usually inconsistent income, meaning they have no real repeatable process or system in place. They have no real guidance or proven strategy for growth, and they have a lack of clarity or confidence, meaning they're not really sure where to start, or maybe you don't yet know how to take your personal brand or business to the next level. If any of that sounds familiar, type yes in the chat. If it doesn't, you can say no. I'd love to know. But we've surveyed thousands of people around the world, and these were the things for me. These were the top 3 struggles that I experienced. I see the chats blowing up here. Yes, yes, yes. Now, the good news is, even if you're typing yes, that's okay, because this training will show you how to overcome those things. Now, how do you know if you're in the right place tonight? Well, obviously, you guys are here because Eben is incredible at making sure he vets only the highest quality and caliber experts and content and trainings to bring to you. So that's one way that you know you're getting the best stuff. But here's a couple other ways. Maybe you are a beginner and you're just starting out, meaning you have no experience online. Maybe you have no following or email list of any kind, no real sustainable income or any at all coming from online at all, no knowledge, proven action plan or connections or partners, really anything that's going to help you take off quick. Maybe you're an intermediate and you have a foundation online currently, which could mean you have a small following or email list of 1,000 people or more. Maybe you're already making some money online, perhaps $1,000 to $10,000 per month. And maybe you have some idea of what to do and a couple of decent connections. And that's a good place to be. But perhaps some of you on here are already advanced or even an expert, and you're already successful online in some relative capacity, which could mean you have a large following or email list of over 50,000 people. You're making at least 20,000 to 50,000 a month or more. but you want to start making six figures or multiple six figures per month, and you know you're capable of doing that, and you want to be the number one person in your niche and in your industry. All of those are great reasons to be here. And more reasons to know that you're in the right place is if you currently have or plan to have a podcast or a blog, an influential brand online, you want to be the authority within your industry and niche, you want to have a best-selling book, speak on stages and actually get paid for it, be featured in top publications within your industry. Perhaps it could be Forbes or Inc. magazine or Entrepreneur. You want to make money while you travel or live anywhere and live life on your terms without having your job or location hold you somewhere. You want to be able to launch a digital course or online program and impact people's lives and make 6 or 7 figures with that. And perhaps you even want to host workshops, retreats, or high-end masterminds. And you want to charge premium prices for your services. And maybe you've even asked yourself something along the lines of, look, how the heck do I make money online in a really cool way that's non-sleazy? Well, luckily for you, you're about to learn the absolute best possible way right now from someone who has truly mastered this process and made millions from it, and that's me. And I'm so grateful that I get to share this with you. But a lot of the times there's obstacles that can get in the way. Some people think that, oh, I don't have enough money to get started. This is going to cost me, this is just one more thing I need to invest in for my business to grow and to reach people. Look, successful entrepreneurs are always resourceful regardless of their resources. If you guys agree with that, type yes. I'd love to see how many of you agree that resourcefulness is more important oftentimes than resources. Because look, we don't all start with a silver spoon, a big old funding from a private equity company or mom and dad or whatever. So what I find is that the most inspiring people, the most successful people that I want to learn from, that I want to emulate, are people who believe and who have proven through their actions in their biography that your circumstances don't matter as much as your ability to become resourceful. And I have seen people that have come from insane backgrounds with no money, no support, no connections, all be resourceful and find a way to make it happen. And I know you guys understand that and you can do the same thing. And I see you guys blowing up the chat here. Now, the next one that oftentimes hold people back is they have a belief that I'm so busy, I don't have time to do something else. I don't have time to get in better shape. I don't have time to spend more time with my family. I don't have time to read that book, go through that course, get that coaching, go to that event. Look, if you don't make a change, if you don't make time, if you're not getting results that you actually want, then the time you're using is not going to change your life. You need to create the time. You need to be resourceful. You need to find a way to learn while you're driving, learn while you're getting ready in the morning. You need to find a way to stop doing low income activities and replace that with high income activities. Look, these are just all excuses and obstacles. Money's never an issue. Time is never an issue. And sometimes we think our ability is the biggest issue. Maybe you get it. Money and time, cool, got it. I know that. But ability, maybe you think I'm not smart enough because I don't have the technological skills. Look, I'm not tech savvy either. I definitely do not know technology that well, even though I'm a millennial and I'm, on the younger side. People say, oh, you got to know tech. I don't know tech. Some of the stuff online still confuses me. But because I was resourceful, because I bootstrapped everything myself, I got to a place where I was able to outsource and hire and delegate. And that's what changes everything. Look, what I'm about to share with you, just remember this. You do not need to be technical. You don't have to worry about the abilities that you have currently. You can either learn it, delegate it, outsource it, but trust me, abilities is definitely not an obstacle for you to not launch your personal brand and online business. And fear, this is the last one, fear. Sometimes we're afraid of, what does that mean to put myself online? What does that mean to be on camera? That's a story you're telling yourself. I told myself the same story. When I started filming videos, nobody, and I mean nobody, friends, family, no one could be near me when I was filming videos. I was terrified for somebody to hear me. And I realized, you know what? I was making it all about myself. And I found that when we make our business, our product, our service, our message about us, about ourself, we're being selfish and we're not able to serve people at the highest level. And so if you have a fear around starting your personal brand and getting on camera, if you have a fear around what it means to be more public and to be more of a thought leader and a role model and to really be more influential, it's just a story you're telling yourself. And we've changed this story for over 5,000 people in our community. So trust me, get rid of fear. If you have it, it's okay. It's a natural human experience, but I'm telling you now, get rid of all of these things. None of these are actual obstacles. They're all made up in your head, and it's a story you're telling yourself. So we can help you get through these things. And somebody who's so inspiring and so amazing to me is a guy named Patch Baker, who had a money problem, had a time problem, had an ability problem, had a fear problem. But after working with us, he was able to generate $1.2 million US in just 27 days within our community. So if you guys think that somebody said Patch Adams, no, I believe that this is Patch Baker. If you think money, time, ability, and fear is a problem, you can personally reach out to Patch Baker if you'd like. And we have video footage of him validating all of this. And Patch had all of these issues too. Then he got in our community. He experienced the amazing support that we provide. And we're about to dive in on this with you guys here. But he did $1,200,000 US in just 27 days. So trust me, none of these are actual obstacles. Who, not how. Let me tell you what I mean by that. The right who person is worth 1,000 hows. Look, I used to search online all the time for how to this, how to that. And guess what? All the how-tos, for the most part, are out there, relatively speaking. But what I found a lot of the times is it's not how you're going to do something. It's who's going to show you how to do that thing. Because oftentimes we're searching for how-to, and it's not until we find that right person, that right mentor, that right coach who's able to make the shift for us. And for those of you that are on here that are coaches or consultants or speakers, you know this. You know that some of your clients or people you've worked with, they've tried the how and it didn't work, and then they found you, and you changed everything. Even if you told them the same stuff, you were the person who changed everything. So what I found oftentimes is the right who you learn from is oftentimes more powerful than 1,000 hows. So with that being said, it's the perfect tee up to who am I to be teaching this? Well, I am Mark Lack, as I told you guys earlier in the introduction, and I went from being this punk and failure in school with this crazy haircut that I thought must have made me look more tough and intimidating, to ultimately being a multi-millionaire and top personal branding expert by the age of 29. That's me on the set of my TV show, Studio Business Rockstars, with Damon John from Shark Tank, who's done billions of dollars with his company and brand. And he's just one of 1,000 successful people I've had the privilege to interview on my TV show and learn from. And we'll talk more about that coming up. I am in this photo with my family here. We grew up in a very small town. Obviously, it's me with the red arrow pointing at me as a child. And I grew up in a very small town and from very humble beginnings. And these were oftentimes the vacations we would take, just going out into the forest, spending time with our amazing small little family we have here. And, you know, I was one of those kids who, Eben and I were talking about this recently when we were just catching up, and he was wanting to know a little bit more about my story. And I said, you know, as a kid, I had very, very low self-confidence. And this photo doesn't show it, but the last photo I showed you does. And I would give away all my toys to my friends just in hopes that they would like me. And I recognized that pattern as I grew up and matured. I didn't know it at the time as a child, but as I did personal self-work on myself, and, you know, oftentimes as an adult, when we grow up, we carry a lot of baggage with us from being a child. And for me, later in life, as I've grown up, I realized a lot of the things I went through as a kid and how I've carried that with me in life. And so for me, you know, I had a lot of self-confidence issues, and you know, giving was always one of those things where sometimes giving can be good and sometimes giving can be bad if people are taking advantage of you and you give so much you have nothing left to give. And so there's a fine balance. Somebody said childhood baggage is truly devastating. I agree. So trust me, as I share my story, I just want to integrate some of these things with you guys. So you know a little bit more about my past. Now, I like to pick up my story here. Still that same low self-confidence kid, maybe perhaps because I was able to hide behind a mask here. This is paintball. For those of you that know what paintball is, you run around, you shoot each other, it's a blast. Terrifying, especially as a kid. But for whatever reason, this was the sport, out of all the sports my parents tried to put me in, this was the weird one I gravitated towards. And luckily, I ended up getting super committed to this, and I was a troublemaker in school, so my parents wanted to support me in this, even though it's a very expensive hobby because it costs a lot of money every time you go out. But ultimately, they supported me in this because they knew it was a way for me. If I got in trouble, they could take it away. And it was leverage. And leverage, for those of you that are in here that are parents that have children, I'm sure you know, having leverage over your children is very important. Having leverage in general in life and business is very important, but especially as a parent over your child, having leverage is very good. I see some people agreeing with me in the chat here. So it's a good thing that my parents had leverage over me, and this kind of helped keep me out of some of the trouble, because when they supported me in this, I became obsessed and I took it to the highest level possible. And in just 4 years, I made over $300,000 in cash prizes. In high school and college, I traveled over 250,000 miles around the world, and I became one of the top 10 players on the planet in all of the paintball sport, and pretty much won everything that you could win. There's a big check there at my feet, leaned up against one of my cars that I bought in cash for $40,000. That was just one check that I won. And it was a really cool and unique time in my life. But although I know how cool that could sound to some people, to be honest with you, Monday through Friday, I was miserable, like most people at their current jobs when they grow up, unfortunately. And Saturday and Sunday, I was a winner. I lived for the weekend like most people, but not because I was partying or doing things of that nature, but because on Saturday and Sunday, I played paintball and I was the best in the world and I was a champion. And then Monday through Friday, I went back to school and worked and I hated it. And so very weird, paradoxical time in my life where I felt like a loser who failed all my classes Monday through Friday and a winner on the weekend. And this weird inner conflict between me ended up being something that led me to going on the internet. So I did what I think anyone would do. I searched Google for answers. Thank the Lord that I grew up in the time period where the internet was here. And I started searching for things on Google, like how do I become successful? How do I become confident? And what I found is oftentimes, inevitably, if you search these things long enough, you're going to come across this guy right here. Comment in the chat yes if you know who this amazing human being is right here. Comment yes in the chat if you know who he is. This is Tony Robbins, for anyone who doesn't know somehow. And number one thing that Tony Robbins said to me on this YouTube video that changed my life at age 18, he said, you must find a purpose to serve that's greater than yourself. He said, you must always be growing in every area of your life, and you must always be contributing. And trust me, when I heard this message with my low self-confidence, failing school, just diving more into paintball because it was the only place I felt significance and got my 6 human needs fulfilled and felt respected and felt normal and cool. It was the only place I had confidence and certainty. So when I heard this message, this was just rocked me to my core. Like I didn't have a purpose. I wasn't growing in anywhere other than paintball. And I definitely wasn't contributing. I didn't even really know what that even meant at the time. And so this totally changed my life. In fact, this was a pivotal moment in my life that literally shaped the direction of my destiny and is the reason why I'm on this call with you tonight. So pretty crazy. And it ultimately led me to asking myself empowering questions, which, as you know, leads to empowering answers, which leads to empowering actions. I started asking myself questions like, what must I become to manifest the vision that I am beginning to see? How much power can flow through me, and what abundance is seeking to emerge in my life? And what gift am I to give to the world? These questions changed my life and led me to taking massive action, which led me to writing my first book, Shorten the Gap. Got it endorsed by a lot of big thought leaders and New York Times bestsellers and millionaires and people that I looked up to, and made this book a bestseller and invested, like many of you, so much into all the courses and the books and the networking events and the masterminds, and even invested all the way up to $25,000 per day for consultants to come in and help me with my business. I've been in the $30,000 to $50,000 masterminds, and all my investments over the last 10 years have added up to over $500,000. And that's not my college investment. That's just from investing in things of this nature. So pretty insane. And I know many of you on here understand this because you have achieved success in proportion to the investments that you've made in yourself. And as a result of all of those investments in myself, I've been able to land my own TV show, Business Rockstars, which is one of my companies, and interview people like billionaires, Tillman Fertitta, Damon John from Shark Tank, Lewis Howes, a New York Times bestseller and amazing influential thought leader in his field, people like Grant Cardone, people like Tai Lopez, people like John Assaraf, New York Times bestseller as well. I've been featured in Forbes, Inc., Entrepreneur, Fox News, Addicted to Success, Influencive, ABC, CNBC, and dozens of other authoritative publications. I get paid to speak and travel the world as a keynote speaker to some of the biggest entrepreneur business conferences around the globe. Such an amazing experience. And as a result, I've been able to share the stage with quite a few epic people, ranging from Mark Wahlberg, Tony Robbins, Usher, Ed Milet, Andy Frisella, Tom Bilyeu, Jay Abraham, all the way up to JJ Virgin, Lewis Howes, Simon Sinek, Robert Herjavec, Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, Jack Canfield. So many, the list goes on. You can see all the faces on here. But I've shared the stage with these people. I've hung out backstage with them. Here's a photo of me backstage with some of the people I just named: Andy Frisella, Tom Bilyeu, Cody Sperber, Billie Jean, Ed Milet, Lewis Howes, Bedros Keuilian, Sean Whalen, some really epic people. And this is just us hanging out backstage before all of us go up and speak. So these are the kind of people you get to hang out with, network with, do business with, speak at their events. They speak at your event. You go on their podcast, vice versa, all because you build your personal brand. And there's over $5 billion in net worth in this photo. $5 billion. Pretty crazy. Now, my show is also on millions of screens around the world, Business Rockstars. So the next time you're flying on an airplane, go into the business section category and search Business Rockstars. And depending on what airline you're on, you can see my show on here interviewing different people that I just named some of. I'm also a board member and advisor of 2 nonprofits, and we raise millions of dollars to help provide better education to underprivileged teenagers and children all over the world, and get celebrities to support and contribute their time to speak to the children. Absolutely phenomenal. LEAP is one of those charities. And right when you think everything seems like, based on what I just shared with you, everything seems like it's going your way and things are looking up, the universe and God can throw you an unexpected curveball to test you. And that's exactly what happened to me last year. For some reason, I got my screen. I'm kind of a problem needs to close. I just need to reopen my screen real quick here. One sec. For some reason, my PowerPoint decided to do a little stall out. But I got you guys. That was the perfect place to do what's called an open loop cliffhanger. I'm just waiting for my slides to open back up here. That could not have dropped off at a better time. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I'm jumping back in. You guys can see my slides here? Yep, cool. So the cliffhanger was I almost died from sepsis, which is a fatal infection in the bloodstream. I didn't even know what sepsis was until I got it. And what I found out was there's different types of sepsis, but primarily the most common one is an infection in your bloodstream that 1 out of 4 people get, and they die from it. And there's fast sepsis, which can kill you in 48 hours. And I was at approximately 36 hours when I got rushed to the hospital. My wife and I went out to breakfast, and as soon as we got back, I just felt like somebody pushed me into an ice bucket. It happened like instantaneously, like literally like somebody pushed me into an ice cold pool. And I just like immediately lost my breath, walked over to the couch, fell down, could barely move, somehow managed to get some clothes on. I put on 2 pairs of sweatpants, 4 jackets, a beanie, and 2 blankets. I looked like an Eskimo and was shivering and sweating, and my temperature jumped to 105.2, which is terrible. I'll spare the details because it just continues to get worse. And sepsis is an acronym that stands for like shivering, elevated heart rate, pale skin, severe heart rate. The I stands for I feel like I'm dying, and then the other one is like sweating, shivering, and it's terrible. Somebody said what caused it. What's terrifying about how I got it is it's an infection in your bloodstream that can often happen from surgery. I didn't get mine from surgery. So a lot of the times people go in for surgery and then they get cut open. And when they get cut open, germs get in there and then they die from sepsis. So if you look it up on the internet, it's the #1 cause of death in all hospitals that no one talks about. And so when you know, it's terrible. Now that I have it, I'm potentially more inclined to get it again, but I'm very careful and I'm on antibiotics and all this stuff. But I got mine from brushing and flossing my teeth. I use this charcoal powder, and this charcoal powder that I brush my teeth with is supposed to make your teeth instantly white. It's on Amazon. It has like 65,000 5-star reviews. 65,000 5-star reviews. How can you not buy a product that has 65,000 5-star reviews? And so my wife and I bought it, used it. The charcoal got up underneath my gums. We all have germs in our gums. And I was up there trying to get the charcoal out from under my gums because it's very uncomfortable to have charcoal shoved under your gums. Long story short, I got it from that. And then it goes straight into your heart. Because your mouth is the closest thing to your heart once in this scenario. And so the sepsis got in there, it went straight to my heart. Then I got endocarditis, which means I had a heart disease with mold growing in my heart. It was the worst thing in my life. They're talking about cutting my heart open. It was a terrible experience, but it actually ended up being one of the best, blessings that happened to me in my life. When I finally was released from the hospital, I had to have a PICC line in my arm, which is a tube going from my right artery all the way to like my heart. And for super strong antibiotics to be injected every single day for a month. And that's my lovely wife, Jenna, who's injecting me. We had a stay-at-home nurse, and the nurse was staying at my house, taking my blood every hour and injecting me with this antibiotic that had to be shipped to us like every other day and in the fridge. So it was kept cold and made daily. It was just like crazy. And so we got tired of having a stay-at-home nurse stay in our house with us for 30 days. So after about the first week, we were like, is there any way that you could teach my wife how to do this? Because it doesn't look that hard. And so you can see she's got her gloves on and she's injecting me. And it was the most incredible experience. Crazy. I had to take 30 pills a day for my immune system. But what I can tell you is, even though it was a very scary experience, it was ultimately a very big blessing in my life, and I learned a lot from it. And now I truly know, not just conceptually, but in my body and my soul and my spirit, all that matters is your relationships, the people that love you, your health, and making sure you are financially prepared for the unknown future, because you just never know. I drove home from breakfast and then just like dropped to the floor and almost died. So you just never know what's going to happen. So, focus on the things that really truly do matter in your life. And financially, I mean, this was very scary, but I had over $200,000 in medical bills. Luckily I had insurance, but it was still very expensive. Primarily, what was more expensive than the bills was that I didn't get to work for 2 months, which would crush most people financially. Luckily I had built my personal brand and my online business at this stage, obviously. And so money kept coming in even when I wasn't working for 2 months, or else I probably would have lost everything, my house, everything. So my personal brand literally saved my wife and I financially, which is a big blessing. And now that you know more about my story, you can clearly see building your personal brand will change your life. And for me, it quite literally saved mine. You see, after achieving the things I showed you, what I've discovered is entrepreneurs fail because no one knows who you are. What I mean is, how many of us have heard this saying before? It's not what you know, it's who you know. We've all heard that. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And although there's some truth to that, what you know matters and who you know matters, there's a third level that I've found that very few people ever talk about, but it's actually one of the largest reasons for a lot of people's success, especially when you start talking about well-known people in their industry and the leaders. Who knows you? Who knows you? Think about this. You can only know so much, and you can only know so many people. So you can't know everything and you can't know everyone, but everyone can know you, right? Think about it. There's the president, there's Jesus, there's a couple A-list celebrities that almost everyone in the whole world pretty much knows. But they don't know us, and they don't even need to know that much because they can get everyone who knows them to help them and be resourceful. So what I found is you can only know so much and you can only know so many people. So who knows you becomes the highest leveraged, highest scalable thing you could possibly invest in. Because no matter how much you try to know or get people, for you to know them, you just can't scale how many people know you as well. And so I'm going to talk about this concept more coming up. And what I found is your financial success is in direct proportion to how many people know you, like you, trust you. So just play along with me here. And let's just say 1,000 people know you, 100 people like you, and 10 people trust you for the simple math breakdown here. And let's both agree that people who trust you are going to be the ones most likely to invest. They're most likely going to be the ones who buy from you, because no one has ever said to me, and probably not to you or anyone in the history of the world, I definitely don't trust you and I have a really bad feeling about you, so here's my money, take it anyways. It's very unlikely people are going to ever say that. And so what happens is the exact opposite. I have a really good feeling about you and this opportunity, and I really like you, and I trust you. And because I trust you and have a good feeling about this, I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to invest. I'm willing to buy this. And so if trust is where the money happens, then the goal should be to scale trust. So how do you scale trust? Well, I've read over 500 sales and marketing and influence and persuasion and neurolinguistic programming books. And what I found is that you can get people to trust you from really, really, really good social proof, testimonials, communication, marketing, sales. You can get lots of people to trust you, but it's a lot harder. I'm just gonna be honest. It's a lot harder to get people to trust you than it is to get people to know you. Would we agree? It's easier to just get someone to know you. Hey there, watch this. Hey, William, I see you. You said authenticity. Is it better? Hey, William. I see William. I see Mona. I see Amir. Yep. William says, hey. Marty says, definitely. See, I know you guys. I see you guys. But it's so easy to know you, but maybe I just don't trust you. I mean, I probably wouldn't, send you $1 million right now because I don't trust you, but I know you. I'm saying hi to you. So it's easier to get people to know you. But if law of averages states that if for every 1,000 people I get to know me, 10 trust me, just out of matter of fact, especially if you follow what I'm saying, you're going to get way more than the number I'm showing you here. Then the goal should be, let's just scale how many people know us, because then law of averages states that in the same proportion, we'll get that many people to like us and trust us anyways. And so just play along with me here. Drop your guard from wondering if this is going to work or if this is true or what is this. I'm going to show you the science, the research behind this. So it doesn't just conceptually sound like, logic, but in good graphs, but I'm actually going to show you the research so that you can scale trust. But first, let's talk about some people who understand this. So Gary Vaynerchuk, many of you probably know who he is. He's got like 7 million followers and makes like $500 million a year with his, VaynerMedia and all his companies. He's so well known as a celebrity entrepreneur. He's able to sell a dying shoe brand, K-Swiss, that like no one wears K-Swiss shoes. And somehow he was able to get these sneakers to crash the website and sell millions and millions of dollars on their first pre-launch, and continue to go on to sell more and more and more of these shoes and get people to flip them and sell them and repurpose them for $300 online. Crazy. Because he's a celebrity, and because people will buy a dying shoe brand like K-Swiss from Gary if they make Gary Vaynerchuk shoes. And so as crazy as it is, he sold millions of dollars in shoes. He sells hundreds of millions of dollars in wine and marketing and now sports and music and books and courses. Anything this guy does, there's a really good chance he's going to do a good job selling it, because he's got lots of people that know him. And as a result, there's a lot of people that like and trust him. Cristiano Ronaldo got a $1 billion deal from Nike, which is actually a bargain, because in 1 year, he sold $500 million just off his social media, because he has over 100, and I think it's like from the screenshot, it updates every day. He has like 196 million people, almost 200 million people follow him just on Instagram. So in the course of a year, he's able to get $500 million from his followers to buy products and services of his. And so for Nike to give him $1 billion exclusive deal to be the only like sports company is actually a pretty good deal for life. William says, curious to know if Facebook or Instagram is better. We'll talk about more of this at the end. So basically the formula is, if you get a high number of people to know you, KLT, I'm giving you an example of people that know this gentleman, and I'm sure every one of you knows who this person is. If you have a high number of people who know you, high number of dollars in your bank account, it's a pretty simple equation. The more people that know you, the more dollars you have. And you basically build your know, like, and trust, KLT, and your income grows too. Very rarely are there people who have millions of people that know them and they don't have millions of dollars. It's very unlikely. So Dwayne Johnson not only has 1 million people know him, he has about 170 million people follow him just on Instagram. I can't even update the slide fast enough because like every day this guy gets millions and millions and millions of followers. And if you know anything about Dwayne Johnson, he came from circumstances of which most people would say, I don't think that starting in those circumstances would end up creating one of the most well-known, liked celebrities who's one of the highest paid people in the world. You probably wouldn't think from his biography of circumstances that that person would turn into this person. And so again, circumstances don't equal destiny. Resourcefulness does, mindset does, beliefs do, habits do. And so he's done such a good job at getting people to know him, and anything he does, he's built a following of on track to be 200 million as well. And inevitably, anything you search online says he's worth around $300 million, 280 million, 350 million. The point is, lots of people know him and he has a lot of money. And the example goes on and on and on. Anybody I show you. Oh, speaking of this, how about successful business people? Do successful business people care about their personal brand? Well, I'll tell you, they do. I've sat down with a couple of the sharks. Here's another photo from Damon John and I, who's from Shark Tank, and I interviewed him on my show. I've also spoken with Robert Herjavec, and I asked him, I said, how much has your personal brand impacted you as an investor and an entrepreneur? And he said, you know what? It's the craziest thing. He said, when Shark Tank started 10 years ago, none of us thought it was going to be big. Because 10 years ago, you know, the whole entrepreneur TV thing wasn't that big of a deal. Now it's become huge. But he's like, we just didn't think Shark Tank, the TV show, was going to be that big of an idea. Most of us were kind of pushing to it anyways. We didn't really want to do it. And they had no idea that they would become celebrities. And they had no idea how much being a celebrity would impact their life, their business, their investments, their deals, their percentage of negotiations. And so what I asked him was, how many of you are glad that you now have celebrity brands? And he said, all of us. We talk about it all the time. If I want to raise more money for my charity to make a bigger contribution, I can raise way more money as a celebrity. He says, if we want to get a better deal on Shark Tank than any other investor who's just got money, but they're not a celebrity Shark Tank investor, we can, if you ever watch Shark Tank, they say, I am a shark. I can get a better deal than the regular investor who you've got because he just has money and connections or whatever, but he's not famous like me with the connections I have. And so all money is not created equal. If you'd probably rather have Mark Cuban invest in your company than another random successful person that nobody knows about. And so the point is, even the sharks have all said, whether it's their charity, whether it's their books, whether it's their own internal products or services, doing deals, it's all helped them by having a personal brand. Now, this one is my favorite one of them all. For the parents here who have young children, they probably know who this is. Ryan's Toy Reviews. This is our last final example. It's my favorite one of them all. YouTube's top earner is an 8-year-old who reviews toys, and he made $26 million in 2019 revenue because he has 23,200,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is an 8-year-old child who made 26, obviously his parents did, helped him make $26 million in 2019 just from having 23 million people watch him. It's a child who plays with toys and puts his own input on if he likes the toy. And obviously now he's at a point where companies pay him this money and he says he likes the toys because he got paid. And then obviously he gets paid money for like the billions and billions of views that he has. So the point is, this is a child who's not the most strategic, not the best marketer, not the best salesperson, didn't get funding, didn't get backing, didn't start with any resources if you study their story. And I mean, I know any of the parents on here wish their child got paid $26 million to play with toys. I know that when I have children, I would love for them to get paid $26 million to play with toys. But the point is, he has 23 million subscribers, and he makes $26 million. So I know I showed you sharks. I know I showed you a celebrity soccer player. I know I showed you Dwayne Johnson. And the point is, you might come up with this excuse in your head, even though you don't maybe know the biography of all those people and how they all started from nothing. But now they're big. So you might think, oh yeah, well that works for them. This is an 8-year-old child. So don't use any excuse that what I'm telling you about getting people to know, like, and trust you and scaling trust and scaling the know, like, and trust factor doesn't work. You could be an 8-year-old playing with toys, and as long as 23 million people are watching it, you're going to get paid lots of money. So point is, this works. But this is not the research and the science that's coming up. This is just facts. This is just validating and still pouring logic onto the fact that what I'm sharing with you works so well. It doesn't matter if you're an 8-year-old child playing with toys, you're going to get paid a lot. So the question you should be asking yourself is, what the heck is KLT? And if you've been paying attention, you know the K stands for know. When you get people to know you, it's because you have an omnipresent strategy. You're a big fish in a small pond. All the right people know who you are. And when you get people to like you, it's because you've helped them in some way. You've added value. You've done something to actually impact their life. And when you have trust, this is when you have influence, and this is when you can impact more people and make more money. So like I said, how can we scale trust? We start at the top. Scale how many people know you. The rest falls into place. But there's actual science behind the power of personal branding and building your personal brand. And we're going to talk about it right now, because being more known and leveraging your personal brand, I am absolutely confident is going to be the game changer for you in 2020. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the mere exposure effect, which basically means, if you can look at that little graph over there, the longer time frame somebody gets to know you, like you, and trust you, the more power you're going to have. That's it in layman's terms. Here's the more scientific one. The mere exposure effect is a psychological phenomenon by which people tend to develop a preference for things merely because they're familiar with them. The earliest known research on the effect was conducted by Gustav Fechner in 1876, all the way back to the 1800s. And in social psychology, this effect is sometimes called the familiarity effect, which basically means in the longer time someone gets to know you, like you, and trust you, the more likely they're going to be familiar with it, gain trust with it, gain normality with it, and want to buy. And to put this to the test as we transition into the how, answering Jan's question, we are going to, people might be wondering, how's he going through this presentation and reading the chat all at the same time? This is crazy. I've got my computer pulled up and I've got my iPad to my right, and I'm reading all your guys' things in the chat. So this one is the Dunbar Top 150 theory. And the Dunbar Top 150 theory basically states that you and I, your prospects, customers, clients, and partners can only actually remember 150 brands, 150 names and faces. And so to put this to the test coming up, we're going to play a fun little game with you guys here. But I want you to think, if you're in the coaching industry for health and wellness, and I ask the entire industry of potentially millions of customers for your product or your service, who do you think of when I say health and wellness coaching, or when I say your product or service? When I say the mortgage broker in San Diego, who do you think of? When I say the real estate coach in Texas, who do you think of? When I say the #1 personal development coach, who do you think of? When I say the top sales trainer in America, who do you think of? So the point is, whatever industry, product, or service you have, if someone says it, do you even come up in the top 150? When someone says your product, your service, your business, your industry, your niche, do you even come up in the top 150? Now, it would be hard for anyone to name 150 people in one specific industry, let alone just naming everyone that you even know. So here's the fun little test to show you companies who've done a phenomenal job at this. Companies who've done the best job at this. Now, to put this to the test, when I say the #1 soda pop, soda brand, who do you guys think of? Who's the #1 soda brand, soda pop? Oh, I see the chat blowing up. Everyone's saying the same thing. Here's what's crazy. These slides were already made before this. And I gambled that all of you would say what you're saying in the chat now, which is Coca-Cola. Everybody in the chat, not one single person said anything other than Coca-Cola. How did I know this? Because they've spent so much. Amir said, one person said Pepsi. All right. Oh, there. Yeah. Now they say it. Pepsi, Pepsi. Or the chat's a little delayed here. I don't know. The point is, every one of y'all, except for a few people, said Coca-Cola. And guess what? Pepsi would be number 2. That's great. Or for you, if you said Pepsi, Coke would be number 2. The point is, you just named the biggest companies in the world because they do a phenomenal job at getting us to know that. Now, here's one more final one. You guys ready for the fun game here? Let's go. When I say, not the best tasting, but when I say the largest distributor and seller of cheeseburgers on the planet, the cheeseburger industry, who do we think of? Oh, there it is. Thank goodness I put the right slide. And pretty much everybody said McDonald's. I saw one Burger King fly by. So the point is, someone said Subway, which is also a massive restaurant, but I said cheeseburgers. I don't remember the last time Subway sold a cheeseburger unless they've changed their menu. But the point is, McDonald's and Coca-Cola have done such a good job of getting us to think of them when we think of that industry. When you think of a cheeseburger, you think of McDonald's, most likely in the top at least 2 or 3. And when you think of a soda pop or soda brand, you think of Coca-Cola, at least, if not number 1, then at least 2 or 3. And so these companies have done such a good job leveraging the mere exposure effect, which states the longer we are exposed to something, the more likely we are going to become familiar with it, gain trust with it, and buy it. There's documentaries that show McDonald's makes you obese and sick and has you die faster. And there's literally videos on YouTube that show if you put, and I'm not bashing these companies by any means. There's nothing wrong with these. I drink Coca-Cola and I've been to McDonald's. Like, there's nothing wrong with these. I'm just using them as examples. That there's imagine if there was a documentary on Netflix that said your business is terrible for your customers. You would be like, oh my God, no! But there's actually documentaries online about McDonald's that shows it's not good for you, and studies and research. And then there's actually YouTube videos that show if you put a nail to build a house and hammer some wood together, you put a nail in a soda can of Coca-Cola, it rots the nail. And yet they sell billions of dollars of cheeseburgers and billions of dollars of Coca-Cola every single year. So my point is, I'm not trying to bash these companies. I'm simply making a point that if you and I had videos and documentaries showing how terrible our products were, it probably wouldn't be good for us. These companies overcome that still by being around so long. The time frame they've been around is so long that we've developed the mere exposure effect. We've gotten so familiar with McDonald's and Coke that even regardless of that, we go, well, they can't be that bad for you. They try to brand it that says, I'm loving it. It's good for me. I got the healthy menu, open a bottle of happiness. I put my name on it so you can associate your name to the product brand. They do even called Happy Meals. They call them Happy Meals. So they do such a good job leveraging the mere exposure effect and leveraging the top 150 that every single one of you is familiar with these products and brands all over the world. So how does this relate to you? And let's get into the how now. Here's how it goes down. If we can get 1 million people to know you and your personal brand, which is the extension and the reflection of your business brand. And just as a business brand can use a product and a service to solve a problem, a personal brand uses content to solve that same problem. So as an example, the best way to get known and get people to follow you and consistently consume your content and consistently be in front of them dozens of times a day, as we talked about these stats earlier, is social media. And billions and billions and billions of people are getting on social media. Even still, even though there's already almost 3 billion people, it's still growing. And so there's already almost half the population on social media. It's still growing. Social media is still in its infancy. And if we can just get 1 million people to know you, and it doesn't have to be 1 million. If you say, yeah, but Mark, my audience is only 10,000. I'm so jealous. My audience is like 30 million. So I have to spend that much more time, energy, and money to get them all to know me. If yours is smaller than 1 million, this is just a conceptual example and visual. If yours is less than 1 million, I am jealous. It's going to be so easy for you to reach your target audience if it's smaller. For example, we have mortgage brokers and their industry is only the people in San Diego or Lubbock, Texas, or whatever. And it's only 5,000 or 10,000. So that's easy. It only costs you like a couple $100 to get everybody to see your stuff. and just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Before you know it, the familiarity, the mere exposure, familiarity kicks in, the Dunbar Top 150 kicks in, and after months and years, you're the only person they think of in your local area. So if you have a local area, if you're playing this small and that's all you have, I am jealous. It's going to be so much easier for you. And then you're going to crack the code there, and you're going to want to expand and take this thing online and get way more people and do some digital stuff. But let's just say, and by the way, people don't go on social media for businesses and products and services 99.9% of the time, we talked about earlier. So the personal brand content problem solving strategy is the Trojan horse. You get paid for the problems you solve. And so if a business solves a big problem for lots of people at scale, they make a lot of money. But you can't use social media the way I'm talking about it to be able to do this effectively. So you do the personal brand content as the Trojan horse. So if your business sells health and wellness coaching to get people in better shape and feel better, then your product and service is the product and service to help them get in shape, know what foods to eat, products to use to stay healthier, have more energy. And if that's what it is, they're not going to go on social media for your business and your product and service to solve that problem. They might want it, but they will go on social media to follow you as a person, and they will consume your content that teaches them what foods to eat, what exercises to do, busting the myths of the industry, talking about what does work and what doesn't, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to show you all the different types of content that you can do in just a minute coming up. So you have a business and a product and a service that solves problems. If you can scale that, you're going to make a lot of money. But ultimately, the best way to get millions of people to know your business is through you as a person and your content. And then they will be way more likely. We've tested this. They're going to be 5 to 10 times more likely to buy your product and service after they've experienced a sequence and series of your content consumption first. Just like they say, it takes 16 touch points with your advertising to get somebody to buy your product or your service. So we found that instead of having to spend all this money to get people to see your ads a million times, which I still recommend, you get them to consume a series of content continually over time, and the trust is so high built that your marketing and your sales is not only going to spike with inbound requests, people are going to reach out to you wanting to buy, but you're also going to get lower customer acquisition costs and higher conversions and longer retention and more customer lifetime value. Pretty much everything that I just said is the best thing ever for a business. So let's look at it like this. You've got a product brand, a business brand, and a personal brand. Now, to give you a better example, your product brand, and all three of these are what make you unique. Your product brand, your business brand, your personal brand. This is what makes you absolutely invincible and unique in your industry. Your product brand has a unique value proposition. Your business brand has a mission statement, and your personal brand is what you stand for as an individual. And when people feel like you have the same values as them, what you stand for and who you are is similar to who they are or who they want to be, because people like people that are like them or who they want to be like. People like people that are like them or who they want to be like. And so your personal brand is what you stand for. Your product brand is a unique value proposition within the marketplace. And your business brand is your mission statement and how you guys are having some type of for cause or for purpose to make a difference in the world and within your industry. And these three things combined are what make you super, super unique. Because if you're just talking about your product and if you're just talking about your business, you could start to sound like a lot of other people. But your personal brand and your uniqueness of what you stand for and your values, that's what separates you. So even if you have a similar product or business, what you stand for with your personal brand separates you amongst everybody. I see people saying, wow, light bulb moment. Exactly. So to give you some examples of people who do this well, you've got Steve Jobs, who obviously is no longer with us, but you've got Steve Jobs, the personal brand, and then you've got Elon Musk, the personal brand. And obviously Steve Jobs is with Apple, one of the best companies in the world, and Elon Musk is with Tesla, another one of the biggest companies in the world. And Then their product brands are like, for Apple, obviously iTunes, Apple TV, the iPhone, the MacBook. And for Tesla, obviously the Tesla cars is their most well-known thing. And so Steve Jobs and Elon Musk single-handedly have helped drive the products and the businesses. Think about it. If Steve Jobs or Elon Musk went to any other product or business, it would probably become massively successful, because Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, what they stand for, who they are as an individual, what they represent in the eye of the people who resonate with them, that has a huge impact. People are right here. I see Laurel said people would follow them to the next product, the next business. Exactly. And so your personal brand combined with your product brand, combined with your business brand, when you combine those together, that's what makes you truly unique. That's what makes you stand out better than anyone else in your industry. And that is when you have the most income and impact as you could possibly have. So again, we show what it looks like when you have a personal brand as an extension of a business brand, when you leverage content, an extension to the product or service, and when all of that is helping solve a problem. And the more people you can get to know your personal brand and everything else following that, the more likely you're going to have more trust. And inevitably, the two people I showed you have, I don't even know, hundreds of millions, if not a billion people who know who those two visionaries are. So now let's get more into some of the how here. Let's say you're in the coaching or consulting industry. I know a lot of you are. So imagine if you simply identified all the top thought leaders in your industry and you interviewed them because you could guarantee that you could provide them 200,000 views or more on your interview with them, because I found that celebrities and high-level individuals are always willing to exchange their time for attention, because attention is the new commodity. Why do people pay $5 million for a Super Bowl commercial for 30 seconds? Because 100 million people or whatever are watching. And so attention is a new commodity. Celebrities and high-level people will exchange their time for attention. How do I know? Well, here's me sitting down with a billionaire, Grant Cardone, Daymond John from Shark Tank, Lewis Howes, and I have over 1,000 other people of that level. I just obviously am not showing them all. These are probably more recognizables for you. Then you simply target that video on Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform you like, and you simply target it to their followers or anyone you choose, as well as other leaders in your industry who already built your following for you. All you have to do is target your content to their followers. Just like when you go on Facebook, you can click boost the post, and you can even log in Ads Manager if you want to get more complex, but you don't even need to get in there. You can just boost a post on Facebook or promote a post on Instagram. Literally has a button there on your Facebook page, And the Facebook page has a button that says boost post, and you can target Grant Cardone's following. You can target Lewis Howes' following, Daymond John's following, and you can go on there. And what you do is you say, who has my following? Grant Cardone always makes the joke. He says, who has my money and how can I get it? And I like to say, who has my following and how can I get it? So what I do is I interview the person who has my following, and then I target that interview back to their following. And then their following is 10 times more likely to watch the video because they're seeing a video from their favorite person they already follow. And then I target it to other people I want as well. All you have to do is target the content to their followers. It's very easy. And the concept sounds very basic in nature because it is. And then you can even plug in a pixel. So for anybody who thinks this sounds easy, A, you're probably not doing it. B, if you think you're doing it, I've made millions from this. I'd be happy to compare if you've made millions from doing this versus thinking this sounds like an easy strategy conceptually. Happy to compare who's made more money and who's interviewed more people. And I can call all these people. They all love me from doing interviews with them. So that's the other thing. These people all want to do business together. And I'm doing deals with some of these people behind the scenes. Then you're also going to seem more credible because every one of your potential prospects now sees you every day on social media. And most importantly, they're not just seeing your content, they're seeing it with other top experts and thought leaders that they follow and look up to. So this is one of the very powerful, many, many different strategies that we recommend because it allows you to do what we call, which is authority alignment. You align yourself with other authorities and you borrow their credibility. Because if you, yes, somebody says, Donald says association, authority by association. If you start hanging out with celebrities, and putting that all online, and everybody sees you in photos with celebrities, interviewing celebrities, speaking at events with celebrities, you become the next one. Think about Oprah Winfrey. What did she do? What did Larry King do? What did Jay Leno do? What did Howard Stern do? What did yada, 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 Ellen DeGeneres? I could go on and on. Joe Rogan. All these people had shows, and then eventually the show started to get bigger, and then they started to interview bigger people. And because they interviewed bigger people, they got more views. And then they got more views, so they got more attention, so they got bigger people. And they got more bigger people, they got bigger views, and it just snowballed, and then they became the next big celebrity. So this strategy is so incredible, and I've been able to make millions of dollars interviewing people. It's become one of my very powerful marketing tools that I keep up my sleeve. But again, I'm sharing this with you guys here because this is one of the best marketing strategies, but it's just one of many I'm going to teach you guys. We call this authority alignment. Watch how powerfully it impacts your brand, and then you become the next thought leader in your industry by association. So let's say you're a coach or consultant, and let's just break the numbers down really quick. After you interview a million, or you interview a bunch of celebrities and you get the interviews, 1 million views, which is child's play. We reach 5 to 10 million people a month in my business. One of my businesses, my education business, the one that you guys are on right now. We reach 5 to 10 million people a month on social media alone, not to mention my TV show on airplanes and hotels and things like that. So let's say if you reach 1 million people with your content, and only 500 people buy something from you for, let's just say, a super cheap amount, like $20, like a low tripwire. That will be 500 people times $20. That's $10,000 in your bank. Now, if 500 people buy something for $200, that'll be 500 people times $200. That's $100,000 in your bank. So that's 999,500 people did not buy anything from you. Only 500 did, and you still made $10,000 or more. So our goal here is to get a minimum of 0.05% of people to buy something from you. That's about 1/20th of 1%, which is a ridiculously small percent. It's literally laughable how easy it is to accomplish. Following this strategy, Kyle McCooey made $135,000 in roughly 2 to 3 weeks, and he's in the data science industry providing coaching. The craziest industry I've ever heard of. People in data science, and he sold $135,000 in just 2 to 3 weeks by following this exact same formula, and he's in our community. And following this strategy, George Wilhare made $26,000 in just 60 days, and he's in the coaching industry for millennials. So let's say you're in the real estate industry or health and wellness industry. Here's a screenshot of what it could look like inside Facebook if you were going to target this. And imagine if you geo-targeted a zip code or area you wanted all your potential customers to see your video content, like casting a web over your city with your videos. And you continue sharing educational videos every week until the person in the geo-targeted area radius knows who you are and eventually works with you. And since you've been educating them and they constantly see you in a good light, helping them for free, the mirror exposure effect and Dunbar Top 150 starts to kick in, and you will always be top of mind when they're ready to buy, especially since it's a small geo-targeted area. This is what we do with mortgage brokers and chiropractors and anybody who wants a geo-targeted area. So for example, a little ninja trick, when you have a big coaching summit going on and you know that Tony Robbins has an event with 12,000 people at it, and there's going to be a ton of people at that event. Just look up Tony Robbins' next summit. If you think that the 12,000 people at his summit, which is going to be at the LA Convention Center, is going to be a really good event with lots of potential prospects that like Tony Robbins, not only could you already be targeting Tony Robbins followers on social media, you could geo-target the address of the convention center. You could just, what you do is you copy and paste the convention center's address and you put it in Facebook. It says, where would you like us to target this video to? Piece of content or ad. And you copy and paste the address of the LA Convention Center where Tony Robbins' event is, and you only do it on the dates of his event. And while everyone is there at the convention center, they will all see your content, and it'll only be the people in the 1 mile radius of the convention center at all the local restaurants, Starbucks, hotels. And now every time there's an event and all the customers that are at the event, you're like, oh my gosh, that event has like 10,000 people at it, and they're all coaches and consultants, or they're all the giant convention center for my industry. Like, the biggest convention center. You don't need to go pay for a booth for $5,000. Use the $5,000, cut it in half, or cut it even a tenth down. Only use $500, and now for $500, you just target every single person in a 1 mile radius. Who cares who they are? There's only going to be 5,000 people in the area or 10,000 people in a 1 mile radius. For $500, you'll get every single one of them to see your content, your ads, constantly for the entire 3 or 4 or 5 days they're in town. And you can even start peppering the area a day before, 2 days before, 3 days after. And then every event that happens, they already got all your customers in the room. You don't even have to go there. You can just target all your content to the actual address of where all these events are happening. And again, you may not see results instantaneously in the first second or day, but you will start to see people over time with the mere exposure effect and the Dunbar Top 150. You'll start to eventually see people say, oh my gosh, I just can't get Helen out of my head, or William, or Amir, or Donald. I just saw your guys' names were the first people who commented on here. Donald said, you should be arrested, my friend. Yes, I know. These are like cheat codes. William said, this is almost like a cheat code. Helen said, exposure effect plus Dunbar effect, you will be top of mind for your customers. Donald said, you're leaking too much gold here. I know. I'm doing this for Eben's community. And keep this stuff to you guys, obviously. I mean, the crazy thing, here's the craziest thing. People don't even do this. They don't even, you're hearing it, they just won't do it. And the cool thing is obviously towards the end of this, we're going to give you guys an opportunity. This is, to me, this is just like 101 basics, elementary school. William said, you should have made us all sign an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. I love that. That's a good one, William. I'll remember that. Amir said, why do you share this for free? Amir, I share this for free because, to be completely honest with you, we're still in elementary school right now. I haven't shared junior high, high school, or college, or doctorate level stuff with you guys yet. So if you guys like this, then you're definitely going to want to take advantage of the amazing offer that we have at the end here to have you guys in our community where we do calls like this every single week. So again, we'll progress, but I'm so glad you guys are liking the how now. I did a good job setting up the conceptual understanding of everything, and now we're diving in. So you'll start to see a lot of commonalities here as we go in. Let's say you're in real estate. If you reach 1 million people with your content, again, this is going to sound repetitive because I want everyone here to be like, oh, light bulb moment, I got it. If you're in real estate, you reach 1 million people with your content, only 2 people, 1, 2, that's it. 2 people buy or sell or refinance or whatever with you. Let's just say your average commission is $5,000. So if 2 people out of 1 million take advantage of this and buy or sell or refinance with you, that's $5,000. That's 10 grand in your bank. If 20 people become clients, well, obviously then 20 times 5,000 is 100 grand in your bank. And so let's just say 999,998 people did not buy anything from you. Only 2 did. And you still made around $10,000 or more. Following this strategy, JJ Mazzo became the top mortgage broker in his region and makes millions with his team. And following this strategy, Christina Nelson grew her Pilates studios to over $1,450,000 and now has more time and money to focus on her nonprofit with her dad. Let's say you're in network marketing or have a marketing agency or affiliate marketing or anything of that nature. Imagine if you targeted your potential customers to see your video content, where your content was both you sharing educational videos every week, as well as authority interviews, as we just talked about. And every person you target, which can be virtually anyone, will see you every day online, since you'll be educating them and they'll see you constantly in a good light, helping them for free. You will always be top of mind when they're ready to buy. Again, sounds repetitive because I want to ingrain this in your brain, regardless of your industry. This is going to work for you. So again, reach 1 million people, only 300 buy, $33. I'm going to fly through this for you guys. This will be 300 people at $33, $9,900. If 300 people buy something from you and make, $333 in commission, that'll be 300 times 333, $99,000, 900. You guys get it, right? You get the point here. I'm trying to go quick so we can get to some of the other content in here because I can tell what you guys are liking. Following this strategy, Balazs W. Cardos made $150,000 in 30 days. He expanded his network and offerings and has 10,000 people in his downline. Following this strategy, I shared you this gentleman with you earlier. Patch Baker made over $1.2 million in 27 days in our community. He became better positioned, he niched down, and he offered more premium high-ticket services. And by the way, quick tangent, I found that the research shows the average person watches podcasts at 1.5 times the speed. Now, luckily, since I'm a machine, I can talk at 1.5 times the speed. So to respect you guys in the time frame that we said, I'm going to start to talk a little bit faster for you guys. If that's okay, let me know. If I see people in the chat say slow down, I will slow down. There will be a replay. But again, you probably won't get some of the awesome stuff that we're talking about on here, like the cash bonuses and other things like that, if you do leave early. Just because there's only so many people who will grab it. Somebody said, faster, please. You got it, Mark Mueller. Here we go. So let's look at this conceptually for any industry. Your content reaches 1 million. So this is like agnostic. It doesn't matter what industry, product, or service. Your content reaches 1 million people. Let's just say you have a lead magnet, a training, a webinar, a PDF, a quiz, a survey, something of that nature. Let's just say 1% of people, which is 10,000 people, opt in for something free. Like I said, a PDF, checklist, video training, etc. You offer or sell something to them, 100 to 1,000 people take advantage of this. That's only 1 to 10% of the people who opted in buy something that you offer. Very slow. When you get 100 people to buy something at $100, that's $10,000 in your bank. When you get 1,000 people to buy something at $100, it's $100,000 in your bank. I'm using these simple numbers and simple math so you guys get this, so that conceptually in your brain, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. In fact, reaching this many people is so easy. I'll show you on the next slide. And it sways the odds of success in your favor so much because you're reaching so many more people than you ever have before. So again, I want to show you this because it's so powerful. It's so easy to reach 1 million people. This is what I did. I got a video of a banana, 113,000 views. I took a banana out of my kitchen. I drew a smiley face on it with a Sharpie. I filmed a really stupid, silly video on my phone and said, hey, I'm Jimmy the banana. I'm going to go for a swim in this fountain. And I threw it in the fountain. And if you can see, it's a little blurry. I had the audacity to write, this banana is going for a swim and we'll have 100,000 people watch him do this. And so what I did was I ended up uploading this video on Facebook. I made a Facebook page called Jimmy the Banana. You can go look it up. Every time I do, things of this nature and talk about the banana, Jimmy, people always laugh and they think it's hilarious. And then I go and I see Jimmy the Banana on Facebook gets more followers and likes. So I made a Facebook page called Jimmy the Banana, took a photo of the banana. That's his profile photo. Filmed a little 6-second video on my phone. We'll talk about why 6 seconds is important later. And for the algorithm. And I filmed a little video of the banana. I said, hey, I'm Jimmy. I'm going for a swim. I threw it in the fountain. And I just paid money to show the video of a banana to people on the internet. And I got 113,000 views. Really simple, really funny. It's just to prove the point that you can reach 1 million people. We reach 5 to 10 million people a month just on this business of ours. Here you can see from just 2 campaigns. Now we're going to get more into it. Here you can see from just 2 campaigns we promoted, we invested $69,052.95 in promoting our free content. And we reached 6,797,343 people. So we spent $69,000. We reached 6,797,000, which you can see the reach right there. This is not for the banana. This one's not for the banana. Obviously, I didn't spend $60,000 on a banana. I only spent like maybe $150, $200 to reach 113,000 people. So for this, we spent $69,000, reached 6.7 million people. And in 7 days, it generated $298,000. So more importantly, we made $298,749 from that, generating us $229,696 in profit in just 7 days. Doing the exact same thing I just showed you. It's just math, know your numbers, and you win. Now, obviously, this was me promoting my content, leading people into our process. So there was intention behind this. This was for my education business that you guys are a part of right here. Look at that. Oh, look at that, 16 million impressions. And the difference between an impression is people just scrolled past it. Somebody said, what's the magic of the 6-second video? We'll talk about that coming up. But how many of you would like to make $298,000? We'll just round up and call it $300,000 in a week. $300,000 in a week. Yes, 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 yes. And somebody said, yes, Helen, knowing your numbers is extremely important. So once again, guys, to tie it all back together, all I'm doing is showing you I've used my personal brand. We've taught over 5,000 people how to use the personal brand, and it works. The cool thing, though, is some of you might be like, but I don't have a product. I don't have a service. That's fine. If you don't have a product or a service and you're just getting started and you're wondering, this is so cool. I wonder how this would work for me. I wish it would. I don't have a business or a product or a service. Here's the cool thing. You can go on things like ClickBank that have thousands and thousands and thousands of products in virtually every single niche and vertical imaginable. And you can get up to 50% or higher commissions to basically promote any product or service on here and basically every single niche imaginable. So if you don't have a product or service and you're wondering, how does this work for me if I don't have my own product or service? Everything we teach you still works even if you don't have a product or service by simply going on one of the many platforms. I just showed one of them called ClickBank, and there's different products and services on here that are digital that people can buy. So if you're wondering, well, Mark, that sounds really epic. How would that work for me? Well, what I'm talking to you guys about has nothing to do with affiliates. This is just in case somebody on here says, well, I don't have a product or service. How could I be an affiliate and still do this? Here's how it works. You show an ad or a link for a store on your website, your blog, or your social media. Customer clicks the ad or the link. Customer sent to a store through your tracking link. Customer makes a purchase on the store. And ultimately, the affiliate network records the purchase and the details of the transaction. The purchase is then confirmed by the store as a valid sale. The transaction is credited to you, and you can see this in a dashboard. And ultimately, you get paid for your commission. So if you don't have your own product or service, then this is what you could look forward to for why this still works. William said, this explains why so many people do affiliates. Yeah, I mean, it's a great thing. But for clarity, I do want to say, you do not have to use affiliate offers, like I just said, for this to work. This is just an option for those of you out there who maybe don't yet have your own product or service yet and are wondering what you could do to sell to make money, because you're like, this is amazing. How could this work for me if I don't have a product or service? I just showed you one of the most powerful ways to do it. In which case, if you don't yet have a product of your own, you can simply use affiliates as your products for now to get paid. Even we use affiliate offers to diversify the way that we serve our audiences across our different channels and businesses. Donald, he says, I could have done this, make it sound so easy. Exactly. It's supposed to sound easy, because if you're confused and if it doesn't sound easy, then you're obviously gonna, not take action. Most companies leverage affiliates in one way or another because it's a great way to add product offerings for your customers and create multiple new income streams for you. So as you can see, there are so many ways to implement and begin leveraging this strategy for your personal brand and business, and all of the ideas I just gave you work across other industries as well. For the sake of time, we're not going to go through over 100 niches and verticals that we've implemented these strategies and tactics in. You can see all of those later. But by now, you can clearly and already see the power of this and how you can start cashing in on this massive opportunity to grow your personal brand and your business. So here's the 3 pillars of monetizing content to give you a different type of visual understanding of the same thing I've been saying with different visuals. I'm personally a big visual learner. So I'm going to show you guys lots of visuals as I have been. So the left pillar that's highlighted with arrows coming out of it is the content pillar. Always be testing is my favorite thing to go by here. Always test different content to different audiences to find out what people love your content. You'll know because $100 on this piece of content, or $10 on this piece of content, or $1 on this piece of content. By the way, you only need to invest $1 on a piece of content to promote it. So I could literally take a piece of your content, upload it on social media for $1 on a Facebook page or Instagram or whatever platform you like. $1. The platform will take that dollar and will say, who would you like us to show your photo, your written thing to, your quote, your video, your product? For $1, where would you like us to put this? And then you tell them who you want to put it in front of. You want to put it in front of the people at Tony Robbins LA Convention Center? Give us the address. You want us to target everybody in San Diego or Florida or Boston? Cool, let's do it. Or do you want us to target this to everybody who follows Tony Robbins or everybody who follows whoever the person is that has your following already? That's it. So if you have a bigger budget, obviously, then you can target more people and reach more people. I think I used like $100 or $200 to get the video of the banana, 113,000 views. And I did it in 24 hours. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I got 113,000 views in 24 hours on the video of the banana. People were commenting, what the heck is this? Why is there a stupid video of a banana on my Facebook feed? Because that's how funny it is. You can pay to put anything in front of anyone, basically, as long as it's compliant. And I'm assuming all of you understand compliancy, and you'll learn. Somebody said, how did you monetize it? Well, I didn't monetize the banana only because I had no intention to. I could have retargeted people with a banana smoothie recipe. I could have retargeted people with a banana t-shirt clothing line, funny pajamas with bananas on them. I could have retargeted people on Halloween with a banana outfit costume. There's so many different ways I could have. I could have retargeted people to a blog article that was on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with bananas. Like, there's so many things I could have done. Should I have choose to? I could have aligned with a banana smoothie recipe as an affiliate and gotten an affiliate link. There's a lot of ways I could have. So my point was, I've made millions of dollars. Some people are like, oh, you could have made money from the banana. I made millions of dollars showing people the banana slide like I am with you guys here. And so because I've used that slide of the banana in presentations, I've made millions of dollars from that banana. So really I spent $100, $200 on a banana video, and I've utilized the repurposing of the example of the banana video to make me millions of dollars. So I've actually made millions of dollars from the banana video, just for clarity. Then you run advertisements to the audience that are seeing your content. So think of it as your content is chumming the water of the ocean. The fish swim up for free because it's chum, it's content. They get it for free. They love it. And then either A, if you want to take this to the next level and get into like high school, then you could put a pixel on the content. And when you pixel the content, everybody who sees the content, AKA, it's almost as if like all the fish who ate the chum all got a little tracker in their stomach. And now everywhere the fish goes, you can follow them. And so now they've consumed your content for free. And then you could retarget them with pixels. Like if you visit a pair of shoes on Amazon and then you go on like another website and you see an advertisement for those shoes, you're like, how is it following me around? How did they know I just looked at those shoes? That's called retargeting. There's a pixel that got your unique IP address of your cell phone or your tablet or your laptop, and your desktop, your laptop, your cell phone, your iPad. It all has a unique IP address, unique to that device. Just like you have a unique social security number, your car has a unique VIN number. And so you're able to track these things. And so when you on your iPad visit, see my content or my advertisement or my interview with Damon John or Tony Robbins or whoever, I can pixel you like on National Geographics when the whale swims by and they shoot it with a tracker to monitor and track it to keep it safe. Same concept. I'm able to target you and follow you around the internet, all because you consume my content. Not even my ads. Not even my ads. You watched an interview of me with a person you already trust. Now I have implied credibility, and I'm able to follow you around the internet just from watching an interview or any piece of content I want. Then because you're now consuming a sequence and series of my content, it's 5 to 10 times cheaper to promote content than ads. So therefore your budget can go 5 to 10 times farther. The reason why is because Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, they all charge you more money when you pay to show them an ad that takes them off the platform to your website to make money. They charge a premium, and they say, I really hope you know what you're doing so that you can make money from this, because we're going to charge a premium to show them an ad because it links to your website. Now, when you simply pay to show them an interview or a piece of content of you at a whiteboard or any piece of content, it could be a photo with some words. When you pay to show a piece of content, it doesn't link off social media. So Facebook says, oh, you're not linking anyone off social media. You're literally just paying us money to show people your content. That's pretty crazy. We'll give you a 5 to 10x discount. So it's 5 to 10 times cheaper to show people your content than it is your ads. And therefore, it's 5 to 10 times cheaper to build a retargeting audience off of your content and build the know, like, and trust, familiarity, mere exposure, Dunbar Top 150. It's 5 to 10 times cheaper to get people to constantly see you in a good light on social media, adding value to them. And then you're pixeling them. So then later you can retarget them anytime you want with a lead magnet, an offer, an invitation, whatever. So ultimately what I'm saying is when you run content to an audience and advertisements, you crush it. You end up having what I call the magic, is where the magic happens. Ultimately what it is when your content marketing overlaps with your direct response marketing, that's where the magic happens. Content marketing plus direct response marketing, the magic happens in the middle. And I find a lot of the times people are good at content marketing or direct response marketing. Very rarely are there people who are constantly leveraging both. And what I found is the intersection, the overlap, and the synergy between the two, that's what makes you invincible. So another way to look at this is think of your content as breadcrumbs. Let people have a sample of your product, your service. Let them test drive it before they buy it. Don't just market it to them, and the only way that they get to experience it is through your marketing and then buying. but let them experience it. Look, there's a company here in the States called Costco. And when you're walking down this giant warehouse with all these products that you can go buy in bulk at a discount, they have people sitting at the end of every aisle almost with a product. And you're like, whoa, that smells good. Or let me try the new juice. And so they're constantly letting you sample the food. And you're like, wait a minute, I would have never bought that thing. But now that I tried it, it's phenomenal. And then you are way more likely to buy it. So think about that. Instead of just marketing and selling a product, let people try the product and the service through your content. Think of it as breadcrumbs, and then they'll buy the loaf. So what are types of content that you can create? Well, you've got 60-second videos. The average watch time on Facebook is 6 seconds. So I'm closing that open loop on why 6 seconds is important. The average watch time on Facebook is 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're already gone. So the reason why 6 seconds is so important is because if you upload a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video, the algorithm says you have an average watch time of 6 seconds divided by 10 minutes. That's terrible. But 6 seconds divided by 60 seconds is a 10% through play, also known as a 10% average watch time. So 6 seconds is not all created equal. 6 seconds on a 60-second video is a 10% average watch time, which is pretty good. So the algorithm is going to naturally lower the cost for you to put it in front of more people because the average person who watches it for 10%. So the algorithm says we like to show more people things people like, and we like to not show people things they don't like. We will still take your money to show it to people, but it's going to cost you more money. And therefore, what happens? The algorithm naturally thins out the herd. It stops showing bad content to people, and people can't justify to spend the money on it. And it starts showing good content to more people. That's how things go viral. And so, yes, somebody said, what about less than 6 seconds? Well, obviously, if you have a 4-second video and the average watch time is 6 seconds, then you're still going to probably achieve the goal of 100% watch time. But good luck getting people to watch a 4-second video and get anything from it, unless you're trying to test, always be testing, test how a 5-second video or something could be good for retargeting and say something about something. I don't know. So 6 seconds is better for attention and it gets shown more. I would not, yes, William, I would not be creating 6-second content. I'd be creating 60-second content, 30-second content, 40-second content. Because what happens is once people start to love your short form content, they're going to say, give me more, where's the long content? And then you can either A, start producing longer form content, or B, invite them into a private Facebook group for free and nurture them in there. Different platform, it's a Facebook group versus a Facebook news feed. Or you can say, go to my YouTube channel, watch my long form videos. Or you can say, go to my podcast and watch my thing. Or you can say, go to my website and opt into my newsletter and read my blogs. There's so many ways to go about it. Next, interviews and authority alignment. We talked about that. That's definitely one of my favorites. The next, how-to videos, demonstration videos. Look, we live in an era where everybody's busy just telling people. They're telling people I could help you. They're telling people I can get you in shape. They're telling us stuff. Demonstrate it. The best thing to do is show and tell. A lot of people are just telling you how they can help you. Show people, demonstrate to people. Instead of saying, you know what I do? I'm really good at fix and flips, and we're gonna tell you how we've helped people do it. That's one thing. But if your advertisement or your webinar or your video said, fix and flips is a great way to make money, I put together a 30-minute video that's chopped up and shows you how we fix and flip a house and breaks it down into all the key components. It's completely for free. We're going to show it to you step by step. If you're a marketing agency or a coach and you help chiropractors get more customers, instead of saying, we help customers and chiropractors, blah, 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 you say, I put together a 30-minute training that shows you how we took Bob the chiropractor and got him 20 times the business in 90 days. And if you watch the video, it's a case study. I break down step by step the 7 key strategies we did to help Bob 20x his business in 90 days. If you're a health and wellness coach and you've got things that help people, what I like to do is, instead of saying, watch this webinar or download this PDF or take this lead magnet, this free value add, it's 7 tips so you can lose weight. What I like to do is I like to say, here's 7 tips, and 7 is an arbitrary placeholder. It could be 3, it could be 5. Here's 7 tips that you can follow to lose weight, get in better shape in the next 30 days. In fact, I'm also going to share with you how 3 people, including myself, went from this to this, and how these 7 tips helped us do it and will help you do it. So I call it the full circle close. Instead of saying, read these 7 tips to help you, I say, these 7 tips will help you. These are the same 7 tips that help them. And these are the same 7 tips that help me. I call it the full circle close. It's going to help you. It also helped these 3 people, one of which should be a self-identifier for them. So if your audience is moms, then you should have like a working mom, a stay-at-home mom, and a single mom. And like you're speaking to all 3 moms. One of those moms is going to for sure resonate. And so somebody said, what's the best number of tips? It could be 3, 5, 7. I wouldn't go over 7. People aren't going to remember it. 3 is ideal. 5 is good. I think once you start to get to too many, people lose it. Then the next is swipe files, checklists, and cheat sheets. Then you've got blogs, guest features on publications. You've got edutainment videos, storytelling videos, quote cards, picture quotes. You've got hot seat Q&A video trainings. You've got speaker reel highlights, infographics, and trainings like some of the things I've been sharing on here. There's not ever an endless supply there's never going to be an issue for you to be like, what kind of content should I be coming up with? There is an endless amount. And if people are paying you for a product and a service, break that product and that service into breadcrumbs. That's the first place to start with your content. Ask your audience what type of content you should create. So you can make your articles live forever. Here's me featured in Inc. magazine. Here's me featured in entrepreneur.com as one of the top personal branding experts. I simply uploaded these on my Facebook page and I paid for people to see them. And because I paid money to get people to see my articles, I get way more people to go and read my articles. That leads to more credibility. That leads to more revenue. That leads to more opportunities. And then people who write articles love to know that you paid money to get people to see it. That's a great way to get featured in Forbes, Entrepreneur, Inc. magazine, or any publication. Reach out to the contributor and say, I will pay my money to promote this article. Who else has done that? And they'll be like, nobody. I'm happy to write for you. So by now, I'm sure you guys are seeing how this is extremely helpful. You can make your speeches live forever. I got one of my clips of me speaking on stage here, and I chopped it up into the best 2 minutes, and I tagged all the other people who spoke at the event with me, and I spent $652.81, and I targeted this to different people who I figured would be a good audience for me to target, and then as a result, I reached 136,000 people, and then I retargeted them, and then I ended up getting one speaker fee from this one specifically, and I think it was $10,000. So I invested $652 to get 136,000 people to see it, and somebody hired me to speak at their event. I made $10,000 directly attributed to this, and then I'm pretty sure we got like 6 or 7 sales. So I invested $652 to get 136,000 people to see me speak, and then through everything else we did, we got about, I think, $16,000 from this one video. Then you can make your interviews live forever. I interview people. I upload them on my Facebook page or any platform. Here's me and Damon John, $1,400, got me 250,000 people. And we retarget people. They see our lead magnets. They get into our funnel and they buy. Extremely powerful. If you do Facebook live streams, you can upload your live streams or just do them on your Facebook page, not your profile. And you can promote them and boost them to reach as many people as you want. So instead of doing a Facebook live and having 10 people see it, you get 1 million people to see it. You can get your articles and content more engagement and shares. This has 16,700 shares. I'm the #1 shared article on Influencive because I uploaded it on my Facebook page and I paid to promote it. And then when you pay to promote it, now that I paid to promote my article and I have 16,700 shares, I can go to other people at other publications and say, hey, look, so the hardest thing to do is get your first publication. Then once you get it, you pay to promote it. And then you say, look, I'm the most shared article on this platform. And then they go, oh my gosh. And then every other contributor wants to have their stuff read. No contributor wants to write an article and have nobody read it. So if you can pay money to get people to read it, they're way more likely to do it. That's why people back movies with celebrities, because people will watch it. People back articles with people who are well known because people will read it. If you just pay to promote it, you become more known. Also a great way to grow your following. I upload content on Instagram, $38. I test different content. Every day I upload a new video or photo. I put a little bit of money, $38. I target different audiences, people who follow Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Marie Forleo, Gabby Bernstein, Lisa Nichols, different powerful women leaders, powerful men leaders. And I say, who's got my following? Let me test, put my content, see if they like it. This one got me $38 for 1,187 followers. This one I did $36 and got 768 followers. This one I did $18. $18. That's like a Chipotle burrito and a drink. And I got 3,359 followers which are real people who are going to engage with my stuff and potentially, buy from me down the road and allow me to serve them at a higher level of capacity outside of just my social media free content. So right there, I think that was like less than $100 and I got like 6,000 followers. Media inception. This one's a really cool ninja trick. So here's me in Forbes. I'm sure most of you on here know what Forbes is. So here's my article in Forbes, one of them. And instead of just uploading my article in Forbes to people who are interested in reading Forbes, which is a great idea, target people who like to read Forbes articles. That's smart. Target people who would think that I'm, creative. So what I do here is I upload my Forbes article, and the way that I got my first article, I've got a couple in Forbes, as I simply said, I'll pay money to promote it. So I got my article in Forbes, and this is the media inception. I targeted the audience because people on social media say, I'm a chiropractor, I work at Starbucks, I work at, Costco. People on social media, they say what their job title is, and then Facebook takes that and they let you target them based on that. So I targeted everybody who works at the media. So now I take my Forbes article and I target it to all the people who work at the media. So now if I want to get in the media, or let's just say for somebody on here who has an amazing story that's great for the media, somebody who on here who has this incredible, product or service, or your thing is all about helping veterans, or it's all about whatever, something that's like the media should be picking this up. Yeah, somebody said, great way to go on TV straight away. Exactly. So you take your video of you talking about your story, and then you upload it on social media, and instead of targeting it to your prospective customers, clients, and partners, you target the media. And now, guess where the media goes to find great stories? Social media. People who work at the media, their job is to go on social media and the internet and find great people and great stories. Trust me, they're always looking for the next story or the next thing. You ever watched, the social media or the news or whatever and platforms, and you're like, why did they do that? Because there's such a finite amount of content. They're always searching for stuff. So if you take your great story and your great narrative and your great thing, you can target it to your prospects, your customers, your clients, your partners, events, summits, people who already have your following, people who already have everyone in the room for you. You target the room. And you can target people who work at the media and just keep peppering and peppering and peppering and peppering the media until eventually they say yes. And once they say yes, now you're in the media. And then you promote that media back to the media, and then more media sees you in the media, and that already drops the barrier to entry. Who's this person? Well, they're already in Forbes, so they're already credible. So they're already going to say yes to you because you're already in the media. So the hardest thing to do is get in the media first. Once you're in the media, then it becomes very easy. It's like a snowball. So if you don't have a snowball, then you have to make one. And then once you have a snowball, you can start pushing it down the hill, and it snowballs and it becomes this huge thing. So that's another one. I call that media inception. Anyone can do this. In fact, it's so easy. The first thing I did before the banana was I got my friend Jimmy Limestone, Jimmy the Rock, and I took a rock, I took a picture of him, and I uploaded Jimmy Limestone. He's also real. You can check him out on Facebook, Jimmy Limestone the Rock. And I uploaded a Facebook page for him. I just like you would make a Facebook profile, I made him a Facebook page where I could promote content. And it's Jimmy Limestone, at the real Jimmy Limestone. Took a photo of him. There's him. He's a motivational speaker. So I took a photo of him on a table in front of an empty room, getting ready for his speech. Obviously, I'm just tongue in cheek, making this sound silly because I had to put something on there for like what he is. And then he has a little motivational quote here. A rolling stone grows no moss, I would know best. Get it? Jimmy Limestone, he's a rock. And then guess what? This video is a must-watch 6-second video. Why 6 seconds, guys? Because the average watch time is 6 seconds. So if I make this stupid video of a rock on an escalator 6 seconds long, then the average watch time is 100%, which then tells the algorithm that 100% of people watch this stupid video of a rock, which then automatically makes it kind of micro, a little bit go viral, but it's a really stupid video. So it doesn't go like full maxed out viral. It just goes like micro viral. And so $90 over 5 days got the video 50,000 people reached. Now, obviously, this is just another example. And I ended up doing the exact same thing later, but I got a banana 113,000 views in 24 hours. So I ended up doing it. I ended up taking it to the next level. I did the banana in 24 hours. So full disclosure though, video views, likes, comments, and shares are just vanity metrics that don't matter unless you know how your income, your impact, and your influence can grow in direct proportion to your ability to get people's attention online. Using these techniques, Patch Baker closed $1.2 million in 27 days. Balazs made $150,000 in profit in just 30 days. And Mike Arce did $104,000 in the very first day working with us. Pretty crazy, all following the exact same process I just shared with you. Now, this is where it gets cool. The bamboo strategy is something that I always like to talk about. And the reason why is because what I've shared with you thus far, we're definitely not done. What I've shared with you thus far is exactly what happens in bamboo. And you might be wondering, what are you talking about? Well, what I mean is bamboo grows underground for 5 years. So for 5 years, a little tiny, like 6-inch stub grows above the ground. And for 5 years, the roots, the infrastructure, the foundation is being built underground. And nobody sees it. And you're sitting there, you're saying, it's getting water, it's getting sunshine, it's getting everything it needs to grow. Why is the bamboo not growing? It's been 5 years. And then all of a sudden, because of the foundation, because of the DNA of the bamboo seed, all of a sudden, as it gets into the 5th year, within like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, it grows 80 feet. And this is an old, true Chinese metaphor and example for people to understand that you as a business owner, you as a personal brand, this is a metaphor for you that if you grow the infrastructure, if you grow the foundation of your personal brand, I don't know when the gestation period will be, but you will pop off. You will have that year, that week, that day, that month where something just astronomical shifts in your life, in your business. And then the momentum starts up, and it's really hard to stop a fast moving train. And so what happens is when you do this and everything I'm teaching you and you don't give up, you just keep going, you eventually will pop off and you'll have your bamboo moment where you grow 80 feet in like a couple weeks, metaphorically. Now, why you need a niche and a proof of concept, I told you I was going to cover this. There's an old saying, the riches are in the niches. So you're better off being a big fish in a small pond to start. And then as you dominate your niche, you can expand. Think about this. You break your foot. Would you rather work with a foot specialist who only works on broken feet or someone who works on every broken body part? Obviously, I'm assuming you'd probably choose the foot specialist. So here's some reasons why you need a niche and a proof of concept. Number one is you need to be relevant to someone. And you do that by having your message speak to the story in their mind. Make them feel understood. It's called the 3 F's example. Feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel because I too have felt the same way. And it wasn't until I found the solution that I'd like to share with you. Number 2, it's easier to be omnipresent and reach everyone in a niche. Even with a small budget, you can reach everyone and you can start and stay way more focused on serving the right people. Steps to find your niche if you need help with it. Step 1, identify a problem you can solve. Step 2, identify who has that problem, which is your niche. Be specific. Step 3, research the competition to see who currently solves that problem. Step 4, identify the unique ways that you want to solve the problem. Better quality service, better customer support, more authentic and transparency, better value, daily content, face to the product and business, which is your personal brand. Step 5, identify the profitability of your niche and income streams. Step 6, you can test your niche in 2 ways. Content, track the awareness and the engagement. Are people watching it? Are people liking and commenting and sharing? And as we get more into it, you'll know the different metrics and key performance indicators to know what content resonates with what audience and what metrics to look at, average watch time, relevancy score, through plays, and things of that nature. Just as you can track and measure if an advertisement is working, just as you can track and measure if your diet and exercise plan is working, just as you can track and measure anything, hopefully, to be able to grow it, you can also, too, track your content and know if the content resonates with the audience and if you should scale or bail. A lot of the times you're going to bail on the content and only a few times you're going to scale the content. And then obviously, once you understand that, this is the basic secret weapon of all 7-figure personal brands. You've probably put this together after watching everything I've shared. Omnipresence, 2 steps. And we just went over this. You have valuable, relevant content every few days on all the platforms where your target audience is hanging out and spending their time. And then spend money to get the attention, the awareness. It's the first step of the process to being omnipresent and top of funnel. And basically, the simple 2-step funnel to get high ticket clients is step 1, relevant value-added content, which we've been drilling in over the last hour plus. And then step 2 is a great, irresistible lead magnet and offer. It doesn't get easier than that. So step one, if somebody engages with my content, then step two happens. We share a lead magnet or offer with them. So here's the 3 pillars of monetizing content. You've got your content. I'm showing different pieces of content on the side. And then you got your ads, and I retarget them with different ads to different offers. And it can get a little bit more complex. This is still basic in nature as we get into high school and college and, your doctorate degree here. This is still basic. But you got your free and gated content posted on different social platforms. 90% is educational in nature, 10% is a call to action into a free gated lead magnet, a retargeting pixel, a webinar, a video, PDF, checklist, puts them into an email funnel, and then it sends them into your sequence of upsells, downsells, cross sells, and things of that nature. Now, obviously, I know I just gave you a lot, and we're clearly just scraping the surface, but I've got a question for you. What's the one thing that's holding you back? And I'm looking at the chat here on my iPad to my right. So what's the one thing holding you guys back? Is it lack of clarity on what to do? Meaning, is it the game plan, the strategies, and the blueprint to follow that you're missing? Or is it your beliefs and mindset? You have maybe some limiting beliefs holding you back and low self-confidence. Trust me, I've been through that, and I've been through everything I'm listing on here. Is it accountability and support? Meaning you need an accountability partner, maybe some support and some guidance throughout the days, the weeks, and the months, and the years to really help keep you on track. Or maybe it's your network and your environments. Maybe you need to be a part of an empowering community. You can imagine, I'm sure, being in our community every week on these calls, I'm going to be keeping you guys in tip-top shape here, helping you with every single thing in your business and your personal brand. Now, the good news is, regardless of what's holding you back, I just listed a couple, we can support you in achieving your goals and the vision that you have for your business and your personal brand. And please, I want you to remember that nothing today I've shared with you is theory or might work. This is exactly what I've done in my business to generate millions of dollars and create the freedom to live life on my terms, support my family, and travel with my amazing wife and get to be able to give back to the charities and the causes that we love and support. And I've helped thousands of people all over the world develop, launch, monetize, and scale their personal brands in almost every niche imaginable so they can do the same thing. Doesn't matter if you have no list, a small list, or a big list. It doesn't matter if you're ready to start completely fresh or build off the foundation you already have in place. Remember, it's all about baby steps and following a proven process that works. I love this little saying, yard by yard, it may seem hard, but inch by inch, anything's a cinch. Sounds a little corny, but I think it's a great metaphor and saying. Now, why is now the time for you to get started with your personal brand and really take your online business and everything you got going on to the next level? Well, now is the time for you to start. If you know you have something special, you just don't know how to get it out into the world in a way that creates the income and the impact you want. Maybe you're tired of seeing others crush it online, knowing you can do just as well or even better if you just had a proven process to follow. Maybe you're frustrated with trying other strategies or programs that didn't work and you just want to get results already. Maybe you want to dominate your industry and your niche and be positioned as the go-to authority, influencer, and thought leader. And maybe you want to leave a legacy and a ripple effect of impact in the world. Plus, I want you to remember this, it's never been easier or better to start, as we talked about. It used to cost millions of dollars. Now it's basically free because of social media and the internet. We're very blessed to have that nowadays. Technology does it all. It's super easy to automate, even if you're not tech savvy, because I'm definitely not. I told you guys this earlier. It's also trending and in red hot demand and makes a lot of money. Having a personal brand is the thing right now. It's extremely fulfilling and creates so many opportunities for you. And by the way, I said having a personal brand. You already have a personal brand. Leveraging your personal brand is what's critical. The journey is extremely fun and exciting, and who you have to become is honestly the best part. Plus, the people, the connections, the feeling of being important, significant, and feeling respected amongst your peers is gratifying and feels great. And there's really no reason why anyone shouldn't build their personal brand nowadays, especially in 2020. So I want you to just take a quick second and imagine that you have the exact access to the recipe, the exact ingredients, the personal guidance, the accountability, the community, and the support that you need to create the business, the financial freedom, and live life on your terms, the way you've always wanted and desire to have. And now you can have it all. We've got this process dialed in. And I'm not sure why you showed up here today. Could be you are making money, but you're sick of trading dollars for hours and you want more leverage. Could be that you're frustrated that your blog or podcast or book isn't making you enough money or not enough people know it exists. Could be you're starting from scratch and want to avoid making all the costly mistakes that are commonly made online. Could be that you want to add $1,000 or $10,000 or more to your monthly income, or that you just want to dominate your industry as an authority and be someone of importance and feel significant and respected. Regardless of why you're here, if there's one thing to take away, you're in the right place if you want to use personal branding to skyrocket your business or financial income and impact, because I've cracked the code quite literally on creating personal brands that generate insane amounts of impact, income, and influence. And it has literally changed my world and the world of my clients. It is very much a repeatable system and process that you can apply, which has been proven by thousands of our clients. And you can make a lot of money doing this and create the freedom you want in a relatively short period of time. So the obvious question is, how can you apply this process and system for creating and profiting from personal branding? Now, you have a choice. Isn't life all about choices, quite literally? You can do it slow, using trial and error, taking some of what I've shared with you today, which is elementary school, or you can do it quickly and dissolve any uncertainty or risk of costly mistakes and just use our Personal Branding Accelerator membership and training system to guide you to the top and get you fast results. What is the Personal Branding Accelerator? Some of you might be asking. Well, it's my complete step-by-step system used by thousands of people in over 100 niches, designed to take you by the hand, as in step 1, step 2, step 3, to develop, launch, monetize, and scale your personal brand fast. There's no lack of clarity or confusion about what to do. It's been simplified for you. It's the absolute fastest way to get from point A to point B. Meaning, here's a fun little visual. You with the Personal Branding Accelerator in this $3.2 million hypersport car, or you without it, this sad little man in this small little car, obviously not going to get to his destination very fast. Just a fun little visual for you guys. I told you I like to have visuals. But this isn't for everyone. I will be honest with you guys. In addition to the trainings, the live coaching, and the membership, we have an exclusive community that you'll be part of, which is really what makes it so special, because you're part of a supportive community of over 5,000 people and growing. We don't let people in our community that are looking for the magic pill solution, there isn't one. If you find one, email me. The newest shortcut to success, we all play the long game here, or a free ride to the top. You have to actually do the work, but we'll provide the blueprint and the recipe. So what exactly is it? Well, let's break it down for you. It's a 4-part step-by-step training, membership, and system that's going to walk you through exactly how to develop, launch, monetize, and scale your personal brand like a pro. Even if you're starting with no audience, experience, or connections, this is the exact system my clients usually invest more than $10,000 per day for me to help implement with them in their businesses. And now it's a fraction of that because it's digital, which means you can access it all for much less. You can log in 24/7. Everything is digital and downloadable. Literally, this is step by step. Nothing is left out. And we have a community of customers going along with you to help support you, collaborate and connect, so you're never alone on the journey to growing your income, impact, and influence. Here's the blueprint. The solution is simple. The 4 stages of personal branding go as this. Stage 1, you develop your personal brand. Stage 2 is you launch it. Stage 3, you monetize your personal brand. And stage 4, you scale your personal brand. Here's just a few of our awesome people within our community. We have amazing students, and I'm excited for more people to be part of this, because our goal is to get 1 million people through our community. That's just a few of them going through the blueprint. So let's walk through. I said it's develop, launch, monetize, and scale. We're going to walk through each part. Part number 1, develop your personal brand. We take all the guesswork and uncertainty out of developing your personal brand, regardless of your industry or niche. We have over 100 niches in our community. How to position and present yourself or your business so you can charge premium prices and finally get paid what you deserve, and how to do it without killing your conversion rates. Avoid key rookie mistakes, saving you time and money. Know exactly what action steps to take and in what order, and experience the confidence that comes as a result of knowing you're doing all the right things. Part 2, launch your personal brand. Learn how to get your products, services, message, and content out to the world so you can skyrocket your income, impact, and influence faster and easier with your personal brand. Leverage the only 3 ways to generate more awareness and leads. Instantly establish authority in your niche and marketplace. I hinted at a couple of the things in this training tonight. Build a raving fan base who will buy anything you offer, and word-for-word scripts and templates for filming and editing your videos. This makes it effortless, like stepping in a kitchen and following a recipe. Media inception, I kind of hinted at how to do it. We break it down step by step. This is the strategy used to generate over 70 million video views for just $100. Monetize your personal brand, part 3. You're going to learn over 20 different ways to monetize your personal brand with or without a business or product offering of your own. Marketing omnipresence, how to put your message in front of millions of targeted prospects without spending a dime, so you can become an authority for free by leveraging other people's money, audience, and influence while creating a 6 or 7 figure partnerships with high key people in partnerships and companies and everything else that you can do. Now, how to turn your new personal brand into an extra $1,000 to $10,000 per month. You'll get the exact roadmap for doing this within 90 days guaranteed. And also the CQ VFY formula, how to effortlessly sell high-priced offers without feeling salesy or using pressure tactics. We give you our $10 million script for free, meaning we've sold $10 million worth of script. We're going to give it to you for free. Stop worrying about when or where you'll get your next client. That's huge. And I told you I was going to show you some things talking about monetizing your personal brand. I was going to show you some of this. So here's some screenshots within our account. We made $149,900 in a single day. You can see there, made $300,000 that week roughly, and $100,000 the week before. So that's $400,000 in 2 weeks. Not bad. $150,000 in a day was definitely good. Here's some checks, all different types of checks, PayPals, $40,000, deposits. I show you this to just prove to you guys, obviously, that what we're saying works and makes money. 10,000, 10,000, 5,000. These are just some 10,000s for VIP days and 5,000 for consulting. More money, 5,000. There's screenshots. Some of these are even from years and years ago. So you guys can see, I mean, we've been doing this for a while. We've been getting money coming in for a while. Because when you monetize your personal brand, and people said, coming from which products? We have a handful of products within our Ascension model. And we have a couple different businesses. This is all just from this one business though. You'll learn more about our different businesses and things like that, and things in our Ascension model if you're inside of our community. So part 4, scaling your personal brand, how to build a team of A players, partners, and virtual assistants who can do all the tasks that are not your areas of highest income and impact skill sets, so you can stop doing everything yourself. It's time to get your time back. Why 99% of sales funnels fail: you must take your leads through these 3 stages of awareness if you ever want them to buy. It's critical if you sell services or high ticket items, especially if you want to automate it. And if you're in the coaching or consulting industry, it's huge. How to set up the proper systems and processes so your personal brand and business will run without you needing to be working all day to make money. How good does that sound? Learn to master the art of delegation and outsourcing. We have a step-by-step guide for hiring virtual assistants and workers, and have hired thousands of people between our company and our clients and the membership community. So without further ado, this is the Personal Branding Accelerator membership and training system. Level 1, we've got 3,000 plus people that have gone through level 1. They're already making $1,000 to $10,000 a month. Level 2, we have 120 plus people in our community who have achieved level 2, which means they've made over $100,000 with our training. And level 3, we've got 20 plus people in our community who have achieved level 3, which is $1 million or more. We have some people who've done, I think the most money made in our community, not from a celebrity, but just from like students that you would not know their names, is $22 million. The most somebody made from our training is $22 million. So level 3, we have 20 plus people, might be like 26 or 27 now, that have made over $1 million within our community. So I show you this because these are the different levels, and I want you to set your goal right now mentally. I see Diana says, level 3, here I come. And Amir said, you make it look like a video game. Yeah, because I want to gamify this. I want you guys to have fun. I want you to look at this and say, what level am I committed to? Level 1, to join the 3,000 plus people who've made $1,000 to $10,000 a month? Or am I committed to level 2? I want you to type it in the chat right now. Are you committed to level 1, level 2, or level 3? I want to see it. Level 3, level 3. I don't care if it's level 3 or level 2 or level 1. Level 3, 3, 3. I love it. Sylvia, level 2. Awesome. Mark says, can we start at level 3? I wish, brother. Level 2, level 2, level 3. Awesome. Jan says, I'm okay starting at level 1. That would be a great start. Fantastic. That's a great way to look at it. You're going to start at level 1 and work your way up anyways. Level 1 for Julian. Awesome. Helen, got to start at 1. Awesome. Love that. Yeah, you guys are epic. I love this. Just figure out which level you're committed to and make it a goal. and you'll meet the other people that are at those levels. And I'll show you some really cool things to look forward to as you achieve those levels. We incentivize you. Once you hit level 1, level 2, level 3, we got cool things and prizes because we gamify it to make it fun for you guys. We also have a profit or pay nothing guarantee. And this is obviously really important. So pay attention. Here's how it works. Join the Personal Branding Accelerator program and community today. Follow the trainings. And if you don't add at least $1,000 to $10,000 a month of new revenue to your business, you don't pay a penny. That's right. I'll refund every penny you invested, even if you're a member, for a full year. That's 365 days guaranteed to succeed. I'm doing this because I'm so confident that if you can show my team and I that you implemented the strategies, attended the live trainings that we do every single week for 2 hours a week, every week on video, and you fully maximize our community support, and if somehow you still don't generate an extra $1,000 of revenue, I'm going to refund every penny you invested in the Personal Branding Accelerator program. It's simple as that. 365 days. Not 30, 365. So get started right now with the Personal Branding Accelerator and VIP workshop. Special fast action bonus. First 20 people to join. My team, Ryan, is posting. It says Peter Johnson on our team is posting the link. Go shortenthegap.com/join. You can see it on the screen. Enroll now. Go.shortenthegap.com/join. Peter Johnson on our team has posted the link 6 times, so you guys can get it. He'll constantly continue to post it throughout. Someone said, how long is the program? Well, the program goes on because we have weekly coaching. So as you can see here, 4-part training system is 100 hours total, step-by-step trainings. You have a new environment that provides profound change, access to the personal branding community group of over 5,000 people, mentorship via our Facebook, weekly Q&A calls, emails, and everything else that we do to support you. Step-by-step workbooks, checklists, and script templates, and 7 bonuses worth $32,041. We're going to break some of this stuff down coming up. But again, special fast action bonus. The first 20 people to join now are going to be able to get access to our 2-day workshop for 2 tickets valued at $5,000. So you guys are welcome to go to our website and invest $5,997 because that's what it is on our website. You can go there, check it out. And please, I would prefer you do that so it's a higher level of commitment for you. Or you can take advantage of this amazing deal that Eben got for you, and you can join right now for one investment, no renewal, no annual renewals, nothing, just a one-time investment, never invest again, $997 once today, that's it, or 3 payments of $399 to make this an absolute no-brainer. Again, the first 20 people to join right now are going to get a fast action bonus, 2 tickets to any of our workshops in the next 2 years. Each ticket's $2,500. So that's a $5,000 bonus on top of the 7 bonuses worth $32,000. Again, the link right there is on the screen. Enroll now. Go.shortenthegap.com/join. And Peter Johnson on my team's posting the link in the chat for you guys to make it as easy as possible. We still have more coming up. I think Eben's going to jump on if he's still here, and he's going to share some of his bonuses.
Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Yeah, thanks for that great presentation. I feel like I learned about 20 new things there.
We've got a little bit more coming up, but
I really appreciate it. I took a bunch of notes myself here, and yeah, just wonderful. For everyone listening here, from my group, I'm going to add some bonuses to this stack here if you use the link that Mark is giving you. Okay, if you register live on this webinar, I'm going to give you this stack of bonuses. Also, we'll have the replay up for just a little while, so you'll get all these bonuses if you register using the link on this page. So I'm going to give you 5 bonuses right now. And what I've put together for you is 5 of my best courses on personal branding, creating an online course or digital product, and marketing. And I put this package together specifically to go with Mark's Personal Branding Accelerator. These tools will go great with his tools, and they will help you to brand yourself, create your product, get customers, do online marketing, grow your business. Okay, so the first bonus that I'm going to give you is something that I've never offered before because it's a new live training that I'm going to do. This is a coincidence that this is the way that it worked out, but it just so happens that I am doing an all-day training here in just a few weeks on personal branding for a new group that I have of coaches that I'm teaching. And this program is called Brand New You. And it's a 1-day live virtual program. And it's on Saturday, February 1st. And it's going to be a personal branding program for coaches and also for authors, for gurus, teachers, experts. in this world of reinvention, where we're all reinventing ourselves regularly, you really need to have the skill of niche development, of naming and positioning your products and your branding and yourself. Actually, in a lot of cases, you need to learn how to design your product or service package, and then you need to learn how to brand yourself personally and create your content online. Now, I have been teaching and advising and coaching some of the most successful online teachers and coaches and marketers to do this for over 10 years. And I really believe that this skill of personal branding, and I teach it differently than Mark, but our ideas really work well together. I really believe that this is a long-term skill. All right, this skill of personal branding and online marketing, when you put these together, it's something that becomes more valuable to you as you go forward into your future. This program is a $997 value, and you get one ticket to attend as my guest, the live program with me. The second bonus you're going to get from me is my digital product plan. Now, this is the thing, excuse me, this is the thing that I'm known the best for, is selling and marketing a lot of online courses and digital products, and also teaching a lot of other people how to do it as well. And so the digital product plan teaches you how to take your knowledge and design and create a digital product that you can sell online for high prices. Now, I've sold products online from $20 to $50 for an ebook, up to $100 to $200 for a low-end audio course, up to thousands of dollars for some of my digital programs, and sometimes 10, 12, 20, $30,000 for my high-end masterminds. And I've been doing this now for almost 20 years, and I've really honed and refined exactly how to create an online course that you can sell for high prices. And so this program will teach you how to identify the knowledge you have that's the most valuable, so you can put that into your course so you can sell your product or your online course for the highest price. That program is normally $997 all by itself. You're going to get it as a bonus when you register for Mark's program using the link that he gave you. Okay, so that's our tracked affiliate link. That's how it gets matched back to you. The next bonus I'm going to give you is my Presentations That Pay program. And this is a simple program. It's about 5 or 6 hours long, and it teaches you how to design a presentation that will help someone make the decision to buy from you. Okay, and so Presentations That Pay helps you take your presentation and your information and organize it in a way so that at the end of the presentation, whether it's someone that you are making a presentation for coaching or a presentation for one of your programs, that they say, yes, I want to buy that. And it's simple scripts and templates and so forth. You're going to really love this. A guy that I've been mentoring, he took this program. He went and he created a coaching package, and he started offering it, and he got his first 2 coaching clients that paid him multiple thousands of dollars just recently from using this program. That program is normally $197. You're going to get it as a bonus. I'm also going to give you my best course on marketing. Okay, it's called Marketing Step by Step. And this is my best course on marketing, because it takes everything that I've learned in my career in about 20 years, and it puts it all into one program. This is 19 videos. It's me teaching it. Each one of them has an exercise, a blueprint, a template where you can take it to write your copy, to write your headlines, to name your business. This is really just an amazing package of tools. Millions of dollars worth of experience all inside of this program. Normally that program is $997 by itself. And then the final program I'm going to give you is called the Marketing Mindset. Okay, this bonus is really going to show you how to take it and put it all together. I did the Marketing Step-by-Step course, and then I created a program where all I did was work with people, teaching some of the mindsets, and then working with them live. And you get to watch me work, watch and listen to me work with real entrepreneurs and teachers and coaches on their websites, on their copy, on their marketing. And this is where, again, it all makes sense, because you see the application of it. And you'll walk away from Marketing Step-by-Step and the Marketing Mindset, and you will understand marketing. Okay, and if you already understand marketing, you're going to understand it at the next level, and you're going to understand how to get a lot more customers, a lot more paying customers on your online. This is about $3,300 worth of bonuses. okay, including attending this live one-day program that you get to attend with me, the Brand New You. So you get to learn personal branding from Mark and personal branding from me. You get all of these $3,300 worth of bonuses when you register today using that link. Mark, back to you.
Thank you so much too for throwing those in, because I know Eben and I had a lot of conversations, and he really said, he believes in everything that we're providing you. So that's the first reason he's sharing it. And then second, he said, what would be the most valuable things to throw in as an added on bonus, just to really make sure that anyone who joins gets the absolute most support. And so those ones were hand selected by he and I after being really strategic, figuring out what we think is the best fit. I saw a couple people while Eben was talking post in the chat, what about PayPal? We obviously don't prefer PayPal, but if you do, Peter Johnson on my team's posted to email support@shortenthegap.com. It's also not only in the chat, but it's also on the screen. Questions, email support@shortenthegap.com, and our team will work with you on sending you over our PayPal. And then otherwise, again, we don't prefer that. So ideally use the link on the screen, go.shortenthegap.com/join. But if you do need help, support, PayPal, whatever, email support@shortenthegap.com. And we're going to continue. I checked, there was a couple spots left on the fast action bonus. So for those of you sitting on the fence or wondering, and then, hey, what the heck, if a lot of people join, maybe we'll even extend the fast action bonus to a handful of more people here. But there was a couple spots left on the special fast action bonus, which I'm going to break down for you coming up. So special fast action bonus, 2 free VIP workshop tickets valued at $5,000. It's a small, intimate group of about 50 entrepreneurs from all over the world who come together every 4 months, and we do these 3 times a year. You can pick any of the upcoming workshops. Once you've joined, our team will send out an email. Give us some time. We may not email you tonight, but we will email you within the next 24 to 48 hours with the information on the next upcoming dates. Usually we're only 4 months out, so we know the next date, but we don't know like a year or 2 out. But we do them 3 times a year, and they're small, intimate workshops. So if you guys liked this, just this training, this is free. Just imagine what's inside our 100-hour step-by-step training, not to mention the weekly video coaching calls. Plus, for the fast action bonuses for the people who jump on now, there's a couple spots left. And like I said, we'll extend it maybe to 5 more people. Somebody said, where is the live event? The live events are usually, but not always, but they're usually in Orange County, California. So you'd fly into LAX or San Diego or John Wayne Airport, and they're usually in Orange County. We usually like to do them in like Newport Beach. So beautiful Newport Beach gives you a chance to come in. It's going to blow you guys away. And we can send you more information on this too and show you videos and stuff like that. But it's epic. 2 days in person. So what you get at the VIP workshop, you will spend 2 days with myself and other marketing experts sitting with you, helping you build out your marketing so you can walk away with a proven campaign built to generate you leads and customers on demand. You're also going to have a chance to film content right there on the spot and have me coach you through what to say, how to say it, and why it's essential you follow this process if you want to succeed online with content. In addition, you'll walk away feeling confident, having clarity on exactly step-by-step what action plan you can follow to accomplish the results and goals you want to achieve. Last but not least, you will have the opportunity to connect and meet with some of the most successful personal brands, thought leaders, and influencers in the game today, because we invite some of our top business partners, clients, and experts for you to connect with and learn from. The coolest part is we've had some very successful partnerships result from the networking at our VIP workshops, and not partnerships for us, partnerships from you guys connecting with other people that you should be doing business with. So these workshops and this fast action bonus are incredible, and there was a couple spots left. So jump on it now because it's a $5,000 value, and these workshops will change your life. And you get any of the upcoming workshops. We do 3 per year over the next 2 years, which means if you can't make one in 2020, then you can come to one in 2021. And to make this even better, you get to bring a guest with you, as I said. So whoever that lucky person is you can think of right now that would want to join you at this workshop, bring them with you. So who is this for? Well, first off, anyone who has a career, hobby, or passion and wants to learn how to monetize their time, energy, and efforts for a higher level of income. This is for anyone who feels they have a calling for more in life. We live in a different generation with social media and the internet at our fingertips. You see, there's a new celebrity in the world today, and it's you. You have the ability to create content, share your message, and impact people's lives around the world or to a smaller target audience of your choice. And because of this, you can build your personal brand online. You can attract droves of clients and earn multiple streams of income doing exactly what you love from anywhere in the world. You just need a clear step-by-step path laid out for you to follow. Plus, inside the accelerator, you're going to get the weekly mastery webinars I've been talking about, which basically, because business and marketing is so fast-paced and ever-changing these days, so every week you'll join me for a live online webinar where I'll share the most up-to-date strategies and techniques that you can use to create bigger than ever breakthroughs. But that's not all. You'll also get free coaching because each webinar will end with a Q&A where you can ask me questions, pick my brain, and get direct one-on-one feedback and guidance from me. And of course, every webinar is recorded, so you can watch them later or revisit them whenever you want. We've got over 5,000 people. So of course, there's individuals all over the world on different time zones. We do our best to make sure everyone's accommodated. But again, if it's not on your time zone, you can always watch the replay. And we do them every single week. Here's a couple screenshots just to give you a little heads up. We do these on Zoom. I think I saw somebody asking, are these on Skype? What are these on? So we do them on Zoom. We can adjust it. We can do it on Skype. I like Zoom because of the streaming features into the private Facebook community. So if you're like, oh, I don't want to go on Zoom, then we'll stream it live into the Facebook group. So you can go in there and watch it anytime. Somebody said, do we have lifetime access to all the materials and the weekly coaching and everything? Yes, you do. You get lifetime access, which legally means, my attorney told me, I tell you what lifetime means. Lifetime means that we waive any annual renewals, meaning the investment you make today, you never have to make again for our community, for the membership, for the trainings, for the weekly coaching, for everything. You're in for life. As long as we choose to continue doing this for years and years and years to come, you don't have to invest again. Your investment today is the only one you need to make. In addition, you'll also get private mastermind community that's going to change your life because instantly you'll have your own personal mastermind network. You'll finally have an elite private community where you can connect with entrepreneurs from all over the world. Inside, you'll get bonus resources, detailed support and feedback, new insights and strategies, and a ton more. Plus, along with your new network, both my team and I will be inside answering your questions every day, which is amazing because people love the Facebook community. It's so easy. It's an app and technology that all of you can download for free if you don't have it. Using the user interface of a Facebook group and the Facebook app is so effortless. So that's why we chose to do it in there. Everybody's already on there. It makes it super easy and effortless. Remember, I'm going to do Q&A at the end, so save your guys' questions to the end. Here's a look inside the private mastermind community. You can see some people commenting on here. So Julie says, love the feeling of excitement and motivation as I learned from Mark Lack's videos in preparation to go to the next level of success. What I appreciate, and this is important, so listen up. What I appreciate about this program, Mark, is your direct one-on-one participation and quick response time with your tribe, which was lacking in other marketing programs I tried. Look, I know so many other programs because I was once, and I still am, always a student, but I was once somebody who was buying everybody's program, going to everybody's event because I'm always learning, I'm always growing. And they were never in it. They were never in their own program. The weekly coaching was someone on their team. And so what I love is I'm always in there. I'm always working with you guys and I'm always supporting you. This person said, Mark, huge news. I've been using your Facebook strategies, and we teach lots of strategies, not just Facebook. I've been using your Facebook strategies to land interviews with the biggest names in my cities, giving them nothing but value and numbers first. I'm going to completely take over the market in my hometown thanks to you. Boom. This is among 10 other things I'm currently doing that you showed me. Your content and strategies to gain leverage are untouchable. I can't thank you enough. I've never been so focused in my life. Again, the link is at the bottom of the screen. So anytime you guys are ready, and my Peter Johnson on my team is sending you our email. If you have PayPal, well, you don't prefer it. Otherwise, please use the link go.shortenthegap.com/join. Peter Johnson's posting in the chat. It's also in bright yellow highlighted at the bottom of the screen. Another person said, ended up with 90 new customers at $1.5 thousand each. So that took up all of our time in December. I'll get the final website updates to you tomorrow, and then we can chat again. That's $135,000 for anybody for some quick math. Couple more to show you. Julie, again, this time with an update. She says, welcome new members. Since I discovered personal branding through Mark Lack, I've taken my coaching business, which I know a lot of you are coaches, taken my coaching business online for the first time and doubled my income to $500,000 a year in less than 6 months. That's pretty epic for Julie right there. $500,000 in 6 months. Personal branding is the way to go. Thanks, Mark. Thank you, Julie. Margarita says, seriously, your course is the best. Seriously, your course is the best money I have ever spent. Your people are the absolute best. Outstanding value from you and your team. Thank you so much. I know I'm in the right place to have the influence I'm on the planet to have. So grateful. Feel that. I know I'm in the right place to have the influence I'm on the planet to have. That gives me goosebumps to read. And to know that we're helping her do that. I said, 50 people paid for the beta. That's incredible. That's the update I've been waiting to hear. You rock star. Congrats. So proud you're crushing it. That was Stephanie Blake. She said, that all happened because of you. I need to give you a better update. She did 50 people. I got her to make $50,000 for a course that she didn't even have. She's like, Mark, I want to launch a course. I said, cool. Let me teach you a secret way to beta launch it first and leverage some of our other strategies. Made $50,000. And you'll learn a little bit more about Stephanie real quick. I'll share a little bit more about her. Here's some more people. Love seeing my clients crush it. Just got my second corporate health contract. We roll in. He said close to $10,000. Not huge yet, but that's 10x for me. I'm pretty excited. See how we raised the bar for everybody? He's even saying $10,000 is not that huge yet, but that's 10 times bigger for him. So he's pretty excited. He said, you called it. This was a fitness coach who was doing fitness coaching for like $40 an hour. I said, no. You got to do corporate coaching. Boom. Corporate companies are paying him $10,000 per day for him to come in and do fitness coaching for the corporations. All because I said, stop doing $40 an hour fitness coaching and do corporate coaching. Now, obviously there's more to it. I taught him some ninja stuff that I'll teach you in our community. Berto says, Mark, thanks. Love the course. By the way, I've researched. It's by far the best I've ever purchased, including big names like Tai Lopez. I can honestly say, I think you made me a millionaire. I just got to cash in the check. Haha. Love it, Berto. Philip Smith says, inside of the day, I just finished Mark's video on the Ascension model and experienced Eureka, the aha moment. I appreciate how Mark takes his concepts, which I've heard before from others and attempted to practice, and I turn them into a clear roadmap to follow one bite at a time. Of course, there is much more meat on the bone as you think about autoresponders, marketing funnels, inherent to the details, but those are things you can design and hire out once you get it. Mark, you do a brilliant job of laying out strategy for personal branding and providing enough tactics to get us started. Thanks as always. It just happened to be what I needed this morning. Love it. Donald says, Donald in the actual chat, not on the screen, says, all right. What else are you selling? I'm not selling anything else. What I'm doing is I'm ingraining the people, the 200 plus people that are still on the fence that maybe haven't joined yet. Jade, and there's some cool stuff coming up still, so don't worry. Jay Duran says, I used something Mark Lack taught me on Saturday and it worked. He made $1,500. So access to my $1 billion network I told you get. Over the past 4 years, using the strategies you'll learn, I've cultivated a network of friends, mentors, partners, and clients who've generated billions of dollars in revenue. And as a member of the Personal Branding Accelerator, you're going to get access to them via private training events, Q&As, and coaching sessions, which is priceless if you like to connect with high-level people. You know what they say, your network is your net worth. Here's just a few of the elite entrepreneurs you'll be learning from. This is definitely not all of them. Dennis Yu from Blitzmetrics, done $1 billion on Facebook alone. Peter Voog, a multimillionaire millennial entrepreneur. John Lee Dumas, one of the top podcasters in the game. Billy Jean, client, partner, and good friend. Done tens of millions of dollars online. His ads have been seen almost 1 billion times. Preston Smiles, an amazing coach and influencer online. Just rips your heart out of your chest and gets your mindset right and gets you in full alignment. John Asseroff, done millions and millions and millions of dollars, multiple 7- and 8-figure companies, even a couple $1 billion exits. New York Times bestseller. Cole Hatter sold over $150 million. John, Evie, if you love John Asseroff, he actually officiated my wedding. John Asseroff married my wife and I. John Asseroff is a good friend, mentor, etc., and married my wife and I at our wedding. So when I show you these people on here, these aren't just like people. These like John married my wife and I. These are like close, and this is just like a fraction of the people you'll connect with in our community. Cole Hatter's done $150 million from stage, has an amazing event called Thrive Conference. Nicholas Kuzmich is the leading Facebook expert in the game. Here's our 7 free bonus gifts worth $32,000. Number 1, 90 ways to boost your ads performance. Look, if you've ever tried to profitably run paid advertising, you'll know it can seem like an impossible task. And in this guide, you'll get 90 different ways to optimize your ads so you can finally acquire customers profitably. Number 2, the Escape Velocity VIP Vault Unlocked. For those of you who maybe don't get the fast action bonus, there's still a couple spots left. So for those of you who want to come spend 2 days with us anytime in the next 2 years at our workshops, grab it. But if not, it's okay. I still highly recommend that you just join regardless, because you're going to get the Escape Velocity VIP Vault Unlocked, which is the recordings. The Escape Velocity VIP workshop is $2,500 per person to attend for 2 days. William said, where's my fast action bonus? I joined. You will get access to it. The event is going to happen at a future date. I think it's in April. So you'll come to our event in April. So you have plenty of time to book your hotel and travel. And then the next event will be like 4 months after that, sometime in the summer. Escape Velocity, $2,500 per person for 2 days. Over these intense 2 days, myself and a handful of elite marketers share our insights and strategies for rapidly growing your business. In 2017 alone, so you can only imagine what it's done now, the strategies shared at the Escape Velocity event generated $10 million worth of new revenue. Luckily for you, these value pack sessions are all recorded and available to you. And when you join the Personal Branding Accelerator today, you'll get access to all the value pack training sessions, a $2,500 value. You don't have to pay a dime for it. It's free to you because you're a member. But again, if you join Fast Action Bonuses, you'll get 2 tickets to the live event. And number 3, Paradigm Shifting Marketing. This is a 2-hour-long training session I hosted for a high-level mastermind group in Arizona, where I made tens of thousands of dollars for this speech, and people loved it. And the whole thing's recorded. You'll learn how to leverage paradigm shifts in your marketing to magnetically attract your ideal customers, even in the most crowded markets. People in the room were blown away by this training. You get it for free. Number 4, the Top Business Rockstars interviews. As the host of the TV show Business Rockstars, I've interviewed over 1,000 entrepreneurs, business leaders from around the world. I shared a couple of them: Damon John, Tony Fertitta, John Asseroff, Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, Andy Frisella, and hundreds more. These interviews, some of them, are usually private and for Business Rockstars members only. However, you'll get free access to some of these exclusive ones that we did behind the scenes content with when you join the Personal Branding Accelerator today. Now, number 5 is my proven personal branding templates. Over the last 4 years, I've spent countless hours testing, refining, and perfecting all aspects of my business and hundreds of my millionaire clients as well, from high converting landing pages to profit producing Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads, Google Display Network ads, and from emails that land you on virtually any publication to sales scripts that have sold millions of dollars, and how to generate free PR for yourself. You'll get dozens of copy and paste templates you can use to effortlessly grow your personal brand, leading to you generating floods of traffic, leads, and sales. Without investing thousands in expensive copywriters, designers, and marketers, I already did that part for you. You get it all for free. Number 6, the coveted $20,000 mastermind. Every 6 months, we do a highly exclusive invite-only mastermind filled with 30 people looking to grow past the 7-figure level in their business. Each individual invests $15,000 to $20,000 depending on the payment option they chose. And just to be a part of this 6-month mastermind, you're going to get never-before-released recordings of every conversation we had over the 6 months of our mastermind without investing the tens of thousands of dollars to be part of it. Next, this is the final one: how to reach 1 million people in 42 days. For the people who don't stay to the end of this and learn how we're going to send it to you for free, this also is in the course. This training will show you step by step how you can reach 1 million people, or any number of people you want, within 42 days. You will have the secret weapon used by many of the top personal brands online to become omnipresent and be seen everywhere by your niche. And altogether, these bonuses have a real world value of $32,041, meaning we added up what people have paid for them, and that's how we got that number. But they're yours free when you take advantage of the special offer now and join today. Again, the link is at the bottom of the page, go.shortenthegap.com/join. And Peter Johnson on my team will post that link again for you guys here. Personal branding is a must for you if you're a speaker, author, coach, or consultant, a business executive or CEO or investor, in real estate or an insurance agent or a broker, an athlete, musician, or entertainer. By the way, everybody I'm mentioning here is inside our community already. Fitness trainer or wellness coach, in network marketing, have a company looking to grow your online reach and revenue. You can probably tell by now that personal branding is really something that everyone needs to be investing in, growing, and strategically leveraging. The reason is, somebody said, what about engineers? Yes, I told you we had a guy who does data science engineering, Amir. And he did $135,000 coaching data science engineers. And he is an engineer. So yes, I already showed a testimonial about, somebody said, what about a painter? I think we have 2 painters. One's like a graffiti artist painter, and the other one's like a painter. So yes, because I have a guy who sells mud to oil companies, So I literally have the most diverse community, I think, ever. Because he wants to get more oil companies to know about his special mud farm that sells mud. What about therapists? Yes, we have lots of therapists, health and wellness practitioners, yogis, all of it. So many people, over 100 different niches. I think we've named maybe 16. Because we live in the best time in history with technology that allows you to share with the world your unique skill sets, make a difference, and make money from it. Not to mention, people who are the authority in your industry always get the best opportunities. The disturbing cost of going at this process alone to figure out all this information and get your personal brand set up the right way, it could take 3 to 10 years of your life, and you might not figure it out at all. You'd have to try thousands of things on your own with no idea about what does or doesn't work. And you'd have to learn with expensive, painful trial and error and costly mistakes to get your mindset right and change your paradigm and yourself. It may take a decade and cause terrible amounts of anguish and pain, and your life may pass by without ever getting this done. To build a support network and community of people like this that we've built would take you years. It took me 5 just to cultivate this community to where it's at now. And I put my heart and soul into it every single day for all 5 of those years. Think about the true cost it would take to achieve this. It's millions of dollars and a decade of your time. And of course, it might not be possible for you at all by yourself. Couple more things to look at for the disturbing cost of going at it alone. I want to send the elevator back down and pay it forward. What I mean is, I can remember when I was struggling to get started and grow, and I had to ask my parents for money just to pay the bills one month. And I felt so embarrassed, and I made a promise to myself that I would never have to do that again. It would never happen, and I would crack the code to this online game. And once I did, I would reach back to help others, starting with my friends and family and moving on from there. And so once I figured it out, I started charging people who were interested how I did it $10,000 per day, because I was able to make hundreds of thousands and then millions and 10 million, 20 million, and it helped people generate that. And our community's done $300 million. So I figured, hey, what the heck, $10,000 per day, totally worth it. To teach others what took me years and many costly mistakes to figure out, totally worth it. I had to go through it the hard way. You're going to pay the money if you want to learn it. Now that we've perfected the process, though, in over 100 different industries and niches, it's time to make it available to more people. And I want to get this training and system and opportunity out to more people, because I know that most people just don't have $10,000 laying around to work with me for one single day, one-on-one. So I built something that was the same quality and more affordable, so you can make the intelligent and easy decision to invest in yourself to get amazing results fast and start today. Again, the link is at the bottom, go.shortenthegap.com/join. It's also in the chat. Now, the cost of formal education, if you search online, says between the years of 2017 and 2018, I know it's gone up, but this is always pretty much a good benchmark. It's $34,000 a year at a private college, about $10,000 for a state resident at a public college, and $25,000 for out-of-state residents attending public. So definitely per year, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars. And right now in America, the student loan debt is over $1 trillion. So $1 trillion in debt because people are paying to go to get outdated education. I don't know about that. I went to college for marketing as well and made nothing from it. And then my college reached back out to me and said, "You're a marketing genius. We'd love to have you come speak at our school and take credibility for you being a marketing graduate from our school." And I was like, I don't know. It's funny how it works. Even though I failed their classes and they thought I was, going nowhere. And then they see me doing the things I'm doing now. And of course, now they want to take credit and have me come back and speak and do all that stuff and say I'm a graduate from the school. Funny. All of mine is self-education, learning from incredible mentors like Eben Pagan, Tony Robbins, and literally hundreds of others that I can't even name that I've been studying over the last 10 years and invested $500,000 in learning from. So why would anyone invest that much money? Well, because most people don't know there's other paths to success. We've all been conditioned school's the way to go. And in addition, most of us have a belief and a commitment to achieving a great life and having the financial freedom to support our loved ones and live life on our terms. And in order to do that, we need the right knowledge and skill sets and mindset. And luckily for you, you don't have to go back to school or invest nearly as much as schools charge for education to access this type of training, community, or roadmap that you can follow. Not to mention, schools don't even teach what I'm teaching, so you can only access it here and now. Are you worth the investment? Is your family, future, and freedom worth the investment? Obviously, yes, which is why it's a no-brainer for you at this time to join the Personal Branding Accelerator and have it all. Again, the link is on the chat and at the bottom of the screen. We're wrapping up here in just a minute. Would this be worth it to you? You start earning at least $1,000 to $10,000 in additional monthly income with your personal brand and business this year. Plus, now you have more time to spend with your family and friends doing what you love because you have multiple new income streams. You're now positioned as the go-to person in your industry and niche and on track to be the leading authority. To make all of this a reality, would you say it's worth investing $2,000? What about $4,000? What about $10,000? Now, obviously, most people say it would be priceless because of the results that they've already had within our community. And this is not nearly that much money to invest anyway, so it's a no-brainer. Liz has been able to do this. And like you can see here, it says these people did it and so will you. Following our process, Liz Cox tripled her accounting business, a new niche. We haven't mentioned this one yet. She tripled her accounting business to over $1 million, allowing her to hire 5 more employees. And now she has more time to travel with her kids and have fun adventures. For Liz, she would do anything to be able to achieve financial freedom so she could have more time with her family and better take care of them. And now, by being in our community, she's done that. And she's still rocking and rolling. And you saw Stephanie earlier. Following our process, Stephanie Blake launched her first course and made over $50,000 in 30 days, allowing her to spend more time with her husband and children that you can see above there and reinvest back into her business to keep growing. She didn't even have a course. We beta launched it and did $50,000. She's a rock star. The testimonials go on and on and on. And we have so many success stories. So the question is, are you ready to be our next success story? If you guys are ready to be our next success story, comment yes. I want to see some yeses blow up in the chat. And we're about to talk about the $500 cash winner soon. A lot of people said yes. That's why I signed up already. I love it. I don't even know if there's any more fast action bonuses, but anybody who's on live right now who joins tonight, I'm going to throw in some fast action bonuses. Eben threw in his bonuses regardless of whoever joins, which is just incredible and a value add. We're just going to add that in there. I'm feeling really good. I can tell I'm losing my voice. I've been talking for 2.5 hours. But you guys are so incredible. Somebody said, where do I access Eben's bonuses? What I know will happen is we will send everybody's name and contact info and email over to them and say, these are all the people who joined. And then you guys will get access to the bonuses. So yeah, once it's all said and done, we'll send your names over and then he'll get you guys access to your bonuses. Sometimes what happens is people who join, and I'm not saying any of you do this. I'm just saying there's people out there, none of us would do that here, but there's people out there in the world who have done this in the past, is they'll like join a program, get the bonuses and then get a refund. So they have the bonuses. So obviously none of you guys would do that, but I don't know if that's what Eben's going to do, is like hold on to his bonuses until like, after maybe like 14 days or 30 days, just to make sure everybody's truly committed. That's on them. And obviously our workshops are months and months out. So, you only get those if you actually are in our community and stay in our community. So I don't know. We'll send over your information. Eben will get you guys your bonus. Live. Somebody's, Inga said, when is Eben's live brand new U event? Again, all of his bonus information will be sent to you guys. So all of the bonuses from Eben will be sent out. And then also our fast action bonus for the workshop. That information will also be sent out. The event, I believe, is in April. And we'll send that out to you guys. So you have months to plan it out. Somebody said February 1st for Eben's event. Awesome. There you go. Thank you guys for posting that. February 1st for Eben's brand new U, which is an awesome name. All right, back to this. Again, showing you this one more time before I show you a couple more things. Join right now, $9.97 or 3 payments in $3.99. If you want to break it up, go to shortenthegap.com/join. Go.shortenthegap.com/join. Again, Peter Johnson on my team will post the link in the chat. Remember, guys, you can go through the Personal Branding Accelerator for a full year, consume all the trainings, attend the live weekly video coaching calls every week. And if you don't feel the course was worth every penny, simply contact us and you'll receive 100% full refund for the amount you invested. You can email support@shortenthegap.com if you have any questions at all, but we've been jamming and rocking and rolling here for hours. I don't possibly see how you could have any questions left. Again, just because I'm in a good mood, anybody who buys until midnight Pacific, you're going to get the fast action bonus. I'm just in a good mood. And for you guys to come to the workshop, I think it would be so epic to have like all of you at the next workshop in April. But again, you get to come to any of them over the next 2 years. So anybody who joins, I don't know. I know there was a couple spots left. Somebody said, could you repeat the email, please? It's written on the screen. And Peter Johnson on my team will post it one more time for you. I don't know how to quite say your name, Sahia. It's a very epic name. I just don't know how to pronounce it. They'll post the Sahi. Oh, thank you, Sahi. So it says support@shortenthegap.com. There's my team just posted it again, support@shortenthegap.com. It's in the chat. It's on the screen, as well as the actual link to join, which we prefer you just go to. But again, I'm going to extend those bonus tickets to the workshop valued at $5,000 to come to 2 tickets in person for 2 days at our workshop, in addition to the entire course and program. Somebody said, how long does the work take? I have university to study. I would say for the course and to execute, you're looking at a couple hours a week if you're just trying to do it. You're busy, you've got 15 children, whatever, 75 businesses. I don't know. Everybody's got a different situation. But like I said, time is not an issue. I don't care what situation you're in. There's somebody who's in a crazier situation, is my guess, within our community already. Out of 5,000 people, I've heard some wild stories. But what I would tell you is all of the craziest stories I've heard, I said, could we sit down, or could you sit down, and could you just find a way? Could you just find a way to get a couple hours a week? And they said, of course. I'll wake up earlier. I'll go to bed later. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll listen to it while I'm driving, or whatever. And so they found a couple hours a week. Now, if that's all you have, fantastic. That's fine. You can get started right now and get all the benefits. But obviously, the person who metaphorically goes to the gym 7 days a week, 3 times a day, is going to get in better shape faster. The person who reads a book a day is probably going to get more done than the person who reads a chapter a day. So you get the point. If you can only do a couple hours, fantastic. Do it. Don't not do what's good for you because you can only do a little bit. Still do it. The habit is more important than the effort. The habit is more important than the effort. So last final things, once you sign up, for those of you who have not yet, I know you're going to in just a minute, right here, congratulations, your membership is now secured. Click the link below to get your credentials. Once you click that, it's then going to say, welcome to the Personal Branding Accelerator. It's going to take you here. You're simply going to use the same email that you use to sign up, and then you're going to create your password. You're going to click confirm. And if you have any questions or something doesn't work, just email support@shortenthegap.com. And then you're going to get this free when you join today. And also, for anybody who stayed all the way to the end, my team can see who these final hundreds of people are who didn't join. We're still going to send you guys this no matter what via email. So my team knows who's on here. We can see the hundreds of people still on here, and we have tracking software. So we'll know who's on here, and we'll send you guys this for free via email. We already sent you a bunch of epic trainings for free. How to develop, launch, monetize, and scale your personal brand. We sent you those for free already, and an amazing epic workbook. And we sent you guys that for free because we're always over delivering. Somebody said, those videos were great. The workbook is awesome. I'm glad you guys got it. Now the final announcement. Boom, boom, boom. Drum roll. The $500 cash giveaway winners. My team is going to text me any minute now. I'm just waiting for the text. Here we go. Here we go. I recognize these names too. By the way, don't be like, boo-hoo, woe is me if you didn't win. You guys learned a ton of stuff and you got way more than the $100. There's $500, but 5 winners, so $100 each. So that way, instead of 1 lucky winner, there's 5 winners to get $100. Lewis, if you didn't get the workbook and videos, they probably went to your junk folder or spam for whatever reason. You can email our team, but I would search there first. These are the lucky winners. This money could go right back into the course if you haven't joined, or if you already did. Again, it's just $100. If you stayed on, you already got thousands, if not millions of dollars worth of value. So this is just a bonus. So for the money, the winners, we've got, and Ryan, could you post this or have Peter Johnson post this? We've got, and what we're going to do is we're going to email you guys specifically, or you guys can email us. But we're going to ask you how you want us to pay you. Most likely just like $100 over PayPal. I said we don't want to be paid over PayPal, but we're happy to send you the money over PayPal. Just for, sometimes PayPal tries to like hold on to your money, but they won't do it on $100. So here we go. The winners who my team picked just based on who's engaged. This obviously I see we got like, I don't even know, 20,000 comments. You guys are freaking rock stars. Give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a pat on the back. You guys are awesome. for engaging, for playing full out. It's a reflection of your commitment. It's a reflection of just your respect for when you get to learn from somebody. And I'm grateful to be that person in this moment right now. You guys are amazing. These are the winners. It's just $100. But hopefully this is not only massive value for you guys, but also a little $100. You know, go treat your family, go donate it, go buy something nice for yourself, go spoil yourself. Smartest thing to do is, if you haven't already joined, put it back into this program. Let's go, baby. Let's make some more money. Who cares about $100? But these are the winners: William Lowe, Helen Moses, Amir Abdin, Donald. I can't say your last name. It's awesome. Donald Dikhenja. I can't say it. I'm sorry. I don't mean to butcher it. I just don't know how to say it. It looks really cool. I just don't know how to pronounce it. So again, William Lowe, Helen Moses, Amir Abdin, Donald D, and Mona Sanderson. So we are going to contact you guys. We're going to message you. We're going to ask you how you want us to send you $100. You guys all did amazing. Again, my team just randomly picked people who engaged. You guys are awesome. Congrats for being here. Congrats for taking action. Again, until midnight tonight, Pacific time. Looks like we got about 4 more hours. It's 8:04 Pacific time. You guys have until midnight tonight. I'm going to extend the bonus for anyone who joins, because I'm assuming the first Fast Action 20 people are already gone. So we're going to just extend that. If 30 or 40 of you or 50 of you sign up, we'll just extend that for the 2 tickets to the workshop valued at $5,000 in addition to the rest. But that's not all. There's one final thing to show you guys. As you're making the decision to invest and join right now, I'll share something that my mentor, who I invested $25,000 for one day of his consulting, said to me. Money comes in and money goes out. It's how you use it that matters. How powerful is that? Money comes in, money goes out, but it's how you use it that matters. Before joining, look at these results. You wouldn't invest in getting advice from someone who's never achieved the results you're trying to achieve. And the good news is results are easy to see with us, and that's why joining is an absolute no-brainer. We've helped thousands of people, and I look forward to welcoming you to our community to help you become our next success story. Again, here's some screenshots of our weekly calls. I look forward to seeing you guys on here. You can be on video with us, but you don't have to be on video. Someone says, I have questions that I keep posting you haven't answered yet. What's the best way to get these answers? We will answer them in just a second coming up, or you can always email them to us. We created over 20 millionaire personal brands, 120 plus 6-figure personal brands, and thousands of people are profiting with their personal brands from our training. Our community combined has made over $300 million applying the methods in our program, and we're just getting started. And it's not just about the money, although that's a nice benefit for your lifestyle, your family, and giving back. What's even more rewarding and fulfilling is that people have gained financial freedom and time freedom. They've got married, started families, and lived in the location of their dreams because of what our membership, community, and training system has done for them. And that is what really gets me going. You see, I've always had a vision of creating this for myself. And once I did, and I started succeeding, then I taught others one-on-one. And now my big vision is to get this out to the masses, so entrepreneurs and people like you and me have a chance to succeed online, share our message, and live the life we deserve. This course is my life's work, and I stand behind it 100%, and I'm excited to share it with you. Now, with this exact same blueprint you'll follow, I've been able to achieve buying the dream home right there. You guys can see a view from my backyard. Beautiful view. I sit out there all the time with my wife and watch sunsets. Been able to buy my wife a new car that she wanted to get. We travel and do fun adventures, zip lining, helicopters, swimming with whale sharks. Just absolutely amazing, the things we get to do in our personal life. Professionally, I get paid to travel around the world and speak. I'm going to be speaking in Australia to 2,000 people in March as the keynote speaker in the Gold Coast, baby. Personal branding, my show is just incredible business rock stars. I interviewed 1,000 plus successful billionaires and celebrities, featured in tons of publications. So really cool, but who cares what I've done? More importantly, what my clients have achieved. Again, Mike Arce is one of our top students. He does 1.2 million a month now. So 1.2 million a month just from his agency. Mike never took a vacation. Now he swims with dolphins, interviews Grant Cardone, able to take care of his 4 children. Mike almost went bankrupt and had to lose everything and start over. And then he was able to take care of his family, go on vacations, speak at events. Just truly incredible. Like, Mike is like a friend of mine. People in our community, I support you. I support your goals, your family goals, to go on vacation, help you make the money to do it through our community. These people become our friends, become our family inside of our community. It's so much more than just a membership with trainings. It's an actual community. And we talk every single week live for 2 hours like your favorite TV show, but something of actual value. Balazs Cardos has made $150,000 in the first month with us. He's gone on to make millions of dollars a year now and travels the world, goes on amazing vacations, married his dream wife, just like incredible the things that he is able to do now. And he just lives like the most epic life that most people would dream of. And he's inspiring millions of people as well through his personal brand and making millions of dollars. And more importantly, we've got tons of people. You heard about George Wohair, who's a coach, and Patch Baker already, because he's one of our top students as well. He's the guy who went on to do $22 million in our community, $22 million. And again, the video testimonials and the written testimonials, they go on and on. So again, one final time, are you ready to be our next success story? Of course you guys are. So exciting things to look forward to as we finally come to a wrap here. When you make six figures, we invite you to my home in Orange County. We do little trainings at my house, and these are epic, just value adds like, hey, these are all the people who've made six figures. You guys get to come hang out at my house. We'll do some bonus trainings, no cost, just value adds. When you make seven figures, we'll just do random things like go rent a yacht and go out in the water for a full day and have private chefs and video cameras and film some epic content and network with other millionaires. So when you make six figures, I invite you to my home. When you make seven figures, we go rent a yacht or do some crazy epic thing together with everybody in our community who's made seven figures. So these are just value adds that we do to look forward to when you go from level 1 to level 2 to level 3, like I showed you earlier. And every 6 months, I invite my most successful clients on Business Rockstars. You remember Balazs, you remember Mike. Here's some more people. Billy Jean's a client of ours as well. He's gone on to do tens of millions of dollars. He just did like $11 million this year, or 2019. He did $11 million. Joel Brown from Addicted to Success. These are all people that we've worked with. And every 6 months, we invite our most successful clients on Business Rockstars. So you're crazy if you haven't already signed up. The button's at the bottom there. Enroll now. go.shortenthegap.com/join. Peter Johnson on our team will post the link again. Between coming to my house as a bonus, between going on a yacht as a bonus with other millionaires, between coming on Business Rockstars as a bonus, those are ways that we gamify this. You get to look forward to these things as you achieve success. That shows you my team and I are so committed to your success that just when you achieve success, not only do we want a video testimonial of you to champion you on in our community, but we do things that we don't have to do, like invite you to my home to have dinner with us and learn from us and do workshops with us for free. Invite you on a yacht to hang out with all the other millionaires in our community for free. We'll pay for it. We pay for the yacht. To come on Business Rockstars TV and get this exposure and the credibility for free. We do these things for our successful students because we're that committed to you, and we want to reward you and show you how committed we are when you achieve these results. So again, if you're still on the fence, plus you're going to get the fast action bonus for the 2 VIP tickets to the workshop valued at $5,000. Go to the link, go.shortenthegap.com/join and join now. This is insane. I don't know how to make this any better for you. So the question is, are you going to go left and choose failure? Or are you going to choose the path to go right into the land of abundance and achieve success? I think you all know what the right decision is. You're going to go right down the path to clicking that button, go shortenthegap.com/join, and you're going to join our community, and you're going to come on Business Rockstars, and you're going to come hang at my house, meet my wife, meet all the other awesome 6-figure and 7-figure people, and we're going to go on a yacht and hang out. It's all going to be free because you're in our community and you achieved results. And when you achieve results, we reward you. Just like playing a game, just like winning at anything in business or life or a sport or a game, whatever, you get a medal, you get a reward, you get something. We do the same thing here. We are so committed to you making the right decision and achieving success that we reward you with things that go above and beyond what any other program, membership, or support system like ours exists. There's nothing out there like this. I know, trust me, there's no weekly coaching forever. There's no getting on one of the biggest business TV shows on airplanes and hotels to millions of people for free, just for being successful. And of course, there's no coming to the person's house for free. There's no going on a yacht with them and all the other millionaires for free. Excuse me, I'm so excited. I'm like choking. No one does this. So make the right decision for your business. Make the right decision for your 2020 goals. Make the right decision for your family, for crying out loud here. They're relying on you to be successful. They're relying on you to support them. You're the rock. You're the foundation for your team, for your family, for your employees, for your clients who are counting on you, for the prospects who are out there in the world who don't even know you yet because you don't have a personal brand. They don't even know you, like you, or trust you yet, so they can't benefit from your program, products, or service. There's people counting on you. So make the right decision, go down the right path, achieve success, click the link, make the right choice, and we're going to reward you and support you tremendously as you work your way up through the program. Last but not least, remember the cost of going at it alone makes this an easy decision. So join us now. It's taken me a half a decade and millions of dollars in costly trial and error to perfect this blueprint. You guys would probably cringe or vomit if you knew how much money we've invested in advertising and content to figure all of this out, building out our system, recording the content, the program, the trainings, the mastermind, everything that we had to do to give this to you for the price. Oh my gosh, it's insane. My heartfelt wish is you join and you say, Mark, I feel like I owe you way more money because I feel like I'm stealing from you. And oftentimes that's what happens. People join our community and they say, I need to join everything you have because I feel like I owe you, because I feel like the investment I made, I'm stealing from you. And that's my heartfelt wish, is that you experience the same thing so many others have. Look, you save all your time and money by doing it the right way first. You'll join right now and save years of time and tens of thousands of dollars at least. And plus, I want you to remember that it's 100% risk-free, meaning that you have 365 days to profit or pay nothing. Doesn't get better than that. No one does that. No one does any of the stuff we're talking about here. That's why we're the best. For one investment of $997, you're in our community-based membership for life. No annual renewals, nothing. And after everything you've heard, the choice is simple. So go ahead and join us now. Click the button and sign up, and I'll see you inside our community and welcome you. Peter Johnson on our team will post one more time the link, and you have until midnight tonight Pacific time. It's 8:15 Pacific time. You have until midnight. You have a little over 4 hours. A little under 4 hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes. If you're in Pacific time, to join, to take advantage of this, to get the fast action bonuses. Do not miss this. We have thousands of people who commented in the chat. You guys are awesome. I can still feel your integrity and connection with living your purpose. Awesome. I appreciate you guys. Kim said, I'm so frustrated. I lost connection 3 times. Don't worry. You can watch the replay and you can skip through the different parts that you already watched and catch up on the parts you missed. All right. We are going to come to a wrap. I'm going to answer some final questions here. And if we miss them, don't be like, I waited till the end, I didn't get my question answered. Don't worry. We are going to have you guys email us if you have some questions. And obviously, if you're in our community, I'll answer all the questions you got. I'm doing my best. We've got literally, from what I can see here, almost 3,000 comments, maybe even more. Yeah, Craig, you'll get emailed your bonuses from Eben once we send him the list of all the people. So they will email you your bonuses, and this goes for everybody. And our bonus for the fast action bonus of the workshop, that is something that we don't have automatically set up, because obviously then if 1,000 people joined, it would send them 1,000, and then they'd all be depressed when we said it was going to be 20 or 30 or 40. So Eben's bonuses, he will send you, and our bonus of the fast action, which we're going to extend past 20 for anyone who joins until midnight tonight, that we will personally email you. So right when you sign up, you should have an email already giving you access to the course. If you have any issues, just email support@shortenthegap.com. And then Eben will separately email you his bonuses at the time that he thinks is appropriate. Could be in the next 24 hours. It could be in a couple of weeks. I don't know. But he will email you a notification probably tomorrow letting you know about his bonuses and how to access them, as will we to anybody who's joined. So yeah, take advantage of this. William, awesome, fantastic. Everybody who joined, love it. I'm so excited to connecting with you guys. This was just a tiny, tiny elementary micro dose of what's going to happen. When you go through the program, just know that on top of the program, the real value everybody loves is the Facebook group and the weekly coaching calls for life. Some people literally join and they're multimillionaires and they just want access to me on the weekly coaching calls for life instead of having to pay me $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. They're geniuses. I mean, I hope more people don't think of that, but like, if you get access to me for 2 hours a week, every week, live on video for this, you know, you know, you guys get the point. So, I mean, we have multimillionaires who join this because they just want access to me every week to be able to ask me something or have me. I'll look at your marketing, your campaigns, your funnels, your headlines, your KPIs, your data, your metrics. I'll look at it all. My team and I will look at it all. I bring guest experts on who are smarter than me at other areas. And together you get the full mastermind effect of thousands of people in our community around the world, me every week, other guest experts every week. We alternate it. It's just absolutely insane. And we're going to have Eben come on some of those trainings for you guys and have conversations around personal branding. Maybe we can even convince him and fly him out first class and have him come to one of our workshops and see you guys. Again, so much epicness that's going to come from this. Business rock stars, yachts, my house, all these things are just bonuses. You do the work. We support you in it. You get results. And we're going to have epic things waiting for you guys. Not to mention the fact that you're just, as you achieve certain success, you're going to get the benefits and the result of that success. These are just things within our community. William says, I'm so glad I pulled the trigger. I am too. I'm so excited to support you guys and connect with all of you. Which coach is completed? Can we delay? Charles said, question, can we delay the starting until Eben's virtual coach is completed? Yeah, you can join now to get the bonuses, to get everything, and then wait until you never lose access to ours. Ours does not stop. You could join now, get these bonuses, do the payment plan if you need to. You'll still get the bonuses. And then on top of that, when you finish Eben's course, then start up ours and we'll go through our program, jump on the weekly calls. Ours never stops. We're like a machine. It just keeps on going. Kim, we named the 5 people who won the $100. I will rapidly say their names again. William Lowe, Helen Moses, Amir Abdin, Donald D., and Mona Saunderson. Those are the 5 people who each won $100. So we're going to send you guys that. I'm looking to see. Post your questions. If I missed your question, post it now. Eben, if you are still here, I don't expect you to be. We went longer than expected. I was having fun with people in the chat as they were talking. But if you're still here, you're welcome to unmute yourself, jump in the conversation. I don't think you probably are. I think you're on a different time zone and it's late. But if you are, you're welcome to jump in. Otherwise, I'm waiting to see anybody's final questions. Yes, Marty, we have a couple people in the financial services niche. Donald said, get your questions in now or forever shut up. That's what Donald said. Can we do a group purchase? I don't know what you mean. If you invest in the course and you have people in your team or something, I mean, just do something, be ethical. Whatever you're discussing, I don't know, just be ethical in what you're proposing. Like, for example, whoever is going to come to if you invest right now for 3 payments of $399, or if you invest right now for 1 investment at $997, so you never have to invest again and just get it done, then you get 2 tickets to the workshop. Whoever you bring to the workshop with you, maybe you can just tell them like they pay for the flight and hotel, and you'll give them access to like to the event and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there's ethical ways to go about it. You got $5,000 worth of tickets to the workshop. Tell them they can come with you as a guest if they're your friend or somebody else. And then have them pay for your flight and hotel because, you know, that would make sense. So that's just an idea. There's a lot. Remember, resourceful, right? We talked about this. Get resourceful. Have fun with it. Get resourceful. This is the best investment you will ever make, or at the very least, top 3 best investments you'll ever make. I guarantee it positively. I'm here to support you guys in every way possible. 365-day money back guarantee. Are you crazy? That's what everybody said to us. No, I'm crazy about supporting everyone in our community. And I created a program after investing $500,000 in everybody else's stuff that I wished they had. I wish they had 365-day guarantee, risk-free. I wish they gamified it so when I became a multimillionaire like I did, I got epic stuff. I wish they had opportunities for me to go to their house and meet them. I wish they had weekly coaching calls forever on video with other guest experts as well. I wish they would bring me out on a yacht when I became a multimillionaire, because I did. I wish they would bring me on their TV show when I achieved success, because I did. Like, I wished all of those things and no one did it, so I did it myself. And now I'm providing that for you guys. I had to go out, I had to do this the hard way, and then create something that the marketplace demanded, the marketplace needed. This whole online education industry and the whole education industry in general needs to be disrupted. And I see myself amongst Eben and lots of other amazing leaders leading the way to disrupt the education industry, to give the power back to the people, because education changed my life. Education allowed me to live life on my terms, retire my wife so she can focus on her passions and things that she wants to do and not have to be, a slave to a job so we can pay our bills or our mortgage. Like, education changes the world. And that's why we're so passionate about what we do. And that's why we're so passionate about having an education company and doing everything we can to make it so epically affordable for people, but still setting it at a level where it's like, look, if you can't do this, then get resourceful. And if you can't get resourceful, and come back later when you are. And if it's not a right fit, then it's not going to happen for you. It's not going to happen for you in our community. And I hope it does at some point. And I put out over 5,000 hours of free content. I have over 5,000 hours of free content on the internet. 5,000 hours of free content on the internet. So if you can't join our community, I always say, just follow me online. We have a bunch of amazing stuff for free. So no matter what, I'm not like, only buy my stuff. I'm like, no, I have 5,000 hours of free content on the internet. So, but I appreciate you guys. I see a bunch of people saying nice things. Do you teach Facebook group monetizing? Christy asks. Of course. And by the way, if you go through the curriculum in the course and you're like, wait a minute, I don't see something that I thought would be in here. Guess what? We do weekly coaching calls and I bring on the smartest people in the world. So if it's not a pre-recorded training, it will be, because I'm filming tomorrow for 8 hours and I'm adding content into the membership. I'm filming tomorrow for 8 hours with my videographer, and half of it's going to go into the membership. So if you don't see something that you want in there, just know on the weekly coaching calls, we talk about the most epic stuff ever, and I'll bring on the smartest, best guys or gals in the world who do teach something that I don't, who are smarter and better than me at a certain subject. I'll bring them on, and they'll do it for me as a friend. So I can, if it's not in the course, don't be like, oh, I joined this and it doesn't have it in here. Don't worry. Take a deep breath, calm down, know that you're still in the best community ever, because I'm either going to go and film the training and add it in there for you, and you're in it for life. So don't worry. I'm going to constantly be updating it and adding stuff. B, I'll talk about it on the weekly coaching call with you as much as you need. C, you can get people in the Facebook group to support you in any way. And D, I can go and get the smartest person in the world, man or woman on a certain subject, to come on the weekly coaching call, and they'll teach you or coach you. So no matter what, we've got you covered. I'm reading on here. How do I, William says, question, how do I get my business off Facebook? Awesome. I don't know. How do I get my business off Facebook? These are all questions we can dive into. And as you got, some of you who already joined, just know that a lot of your questions are going to be answered in the course. So for those of you who joined, if you already joined, then just out of respect to the people who maybe are on the fence about joining, and this could be a literal life-changing moment for them. If you already joined, go have fun, go relax. I'm about to go hang out with my wife and finally actually eat. It's been on here for like 4 hours. So I'm going to go hang out with my wife and relax and wind down. I'm going to try to. She's probably going to see me come down like on fire because I'm so juiced up and charged up from helping you guys and speaking, and I can feel my voice is going now. But I got nothing but respect and love for you guys. For those of you who did join, I would say go through the course. And for those of you who are on the fence, somehow, if you're still here on the fence, I really don't know what else to say besides repeating things I already said, like 365-day money-back guarantee, advance your way up level 1, level 2, level 3, and you can come on a yacht with us, come to my house, come on Business Rockstars, have 2 tickets to the VIP workshop, valued at $5,000 in person, spend 2 days with us, like weekly video coaching for life. I mean, I really don't know what else to say for anyone who is on the fence. But again, like I said, if you're already in the program and you have questions, please, out of respect for the people on the fence, this could be a life-changing moment for them to ask a question. You're already in. You already made the right choice. And so I look forward to answering your questions over the years and months and everything ahead, because you're in our community for life. I'm just looking at the final questions here. I need some help to find a niche. Edgar, I need some help to find a niche. Will you or your team help me with that? Of course, Edgar, come on, my brother. We've got literally a whole program that talks about that in the course. And then
If you have any questions after watching the program, then you go in the Facebook group, or you email us, or you wait until the weekly coaching call and we help walk you through it live, just like I'm on a call right now, except the difference is you won't be in the chat. You'll be live on video with me, or you can have the video off and you can just verbally talk to me like we're on the phone, but I'll be on video so you can see me. This is as good as it gets, guys. I'm telling you. You guys are all saying nice things in the chat. I appreciate you guys. Christy says, Mark, thanks. You over-delivered. Your wife deserves your quality time. I know she does. That's why I'm just trying to serve you guys. She's very understanding, and I love her very much. And she knows this is my passion. This is my mission. This is everything. And this allows us to, live an incredible life and serve people at a high level. So she knows. I've gone way over the time frame that I thought I would. So I'm just looking for any final questions here. This is your chance. Post your final questions. If not, don't worry. I'll still have a chance to answer them in the email. But please don't email us looking for like free coaching and advice, not out of a disrespect, but I just gave you over 3 hours of my time and I sent you over 1 hour of video trainings already and a workbook, and I'm about to send you another training. So I've already sent you like 7 hours of my time and training that are valuable that we charge for. So please don't email us questions just looking for free advice and then you're not going to join. Not in a rude way, just out of respect that we've already done so much for you for free to show you what it's like when you do actually invest and join. And I laid that out very clear and concise for you here. So if you are going to email us, please have it be questions that are relevant to pushing you into the direction, which is the right choice to make the best investment to join our community. Again, I'm trying to scroll up, but there's like 4,000 messages now. So please just copy and paste your message or type it again. I'm doing my final round of questions here. Sahi said, I have mixed feelings about building my business using Facebook. It doesn't have to be Facebook. Can I talk with someone on your team about my questions to see if this program is the right fit with my goals? Yes. Email support@shortenthegap.com. Somebody on our team will either answer your questions, via email, or they'll be happy to just probably quickly and easily jump on a quick 5, 10 minute, 20-minute phone call with you and answer your questions. So yes, you don't have to use Facebook. You could use any platform you want. We have some people who don't even use social media, and we've come up with creative strategies that still allow them to reach their target audience and make money. Some people's in our community clients are Fortune 500 executives and hedge fund managers and private equities, and we obviously don't use social media to get a hold of them. So we have a lot of other creative ways. There's just a lot of really cool things. I'm looking at any final ones on here. So yeah, trust me, we help people at the highest level, like I just said, get a hold of hedge fund managers, private equity people, Fortune 500 executives, and get in the door with them. And it has nothing to do with social media. Personal branding, yes, but the strategies that we have are very unconventional and work phenomenally well, because when you do things that shock and awe people, you can get your foot in the door. And I can get my foot in the door almost anywhere. And I can help you get your foot in the door anywhere as well. Can I personal brand via pseudonyms? I'm not quite sure what you mean, Amir, but I'm pretty sure you said you joined and are in our community, so we can talk more about that. Can I personal brand via pseudonyms? Oh, like can you build your personal brand under a different name, like Eben Pagan was David D'Angelo? Yes, yes, you can. Larry King is not his real name. It's like Larry Johansson or something. Like a lot of celebrities, that's not their real name. If you look up a lot of celebrities' names, it's not their name. It's like their middle name or their nickname or something else, or something that their agent told them to do. So yes, you can do a pseudonym. One of my clients' name was Peter. I don't remember what it was, like crazy like that. It was like Peter, and he's like, dude, I cannot have my name be Peter, which is his real name. And I was like, dude, what do you represent? What are your values? What do you like? Blah, blah, blah. And we took him through some questions, and we came up with Peter Gold. And Peter Gold, and he's this just powerhouse of a man. And Peter Gold just represented him and his brand so much. And Peter Gold is his name, and people love it. Peter Gold is such an epic name. So yeah, you can do pen names. One private. Somebody says, should I get a second Facebook page, one for private use and one for business? You can have a Facebook profile, which is where you get 5,000 friends, or you can have a Facebook page. And you can have as many Facebook pages as you want. I made a Facebook page for a rock. I made a Facebook page for a banana. You can do whatever you want. Matthew says, thank you, Mark, your wife, your team, and thank you, Eben. Much appreciation. Such immense value. So grateful. Appreciate you guys. You can tell this is my passion. I've been sitting on this training for 3.5 hours. I wasn't expecting that, but I'm like a machine. My fuel inside, my mission, my passion, my purpose, it's just hard for me to turn off. And when I see 120 people still sitting on here, I'm like, that's 120 lives to impact, 120 lives to push off the fence of sitting on there, deciding if this should join. But again, like I said, I mean, I put 3.5 hours into this. I don't know what else I could say to get you to join. Somebody said, Donald said, but can you be anonymous? Well, you should probably personally brand yourself. Otherwise, I don't know why you'd be doing anonymous. You could do like an anonymous blog under a separate name, but I wouldn't personally brand it. You should personally brand yourself in some capacity. But hey, we have people who join our community and they're like, I don't want to personally brand myself. I joined for the other concepts and strategies. Okay, cool. That's fine. We got lots of people in here. You can mix and match and do it your own way. Again, I mean, I do this with celebrities. I do this with executives. I do this with all types of people in 100 different niches, 50 different countries. So trust me, we can definitely help you. I have mixed feelings about using my name because of the challenge people have knowing how to pronounce it. It's a bog question for me, or maybe a big question for me. Thank you for addressing that. Yeah, you can change your name. Lots of celebrities change their name for that exact same reason. Their name is actually hard to pronounce, or it just doesn't stick quite as well as Larry King or Peter Gold or whatever. And so they change their name. Nothing wrong with that. I know lots of people who do that. Vance, I am joining. Must verify 2 things. Okay, I'm going to wait for you to verify those 2 things for a couple seconds here. Otherwise, I'm going to jump off here. And then this recording will be sent out as a replay for you guys to watch. Gregory, is there a way to do personal branding for an introvert? Gregory, you would never believe me, but if you knew me and you asked my friends and family from my whole life, they would tell you I'm actually an introvert. And I am, because as soon as I get off of this, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm not going to talk for 24 hours. Actually, no, that's wrong. Shoot, I have to film for 8 hours tomorrow. So I need to let my voice rest. I'm an introvert. I just know how to turn it on because I have a powerful mission and purpose and reason why I need to become the person who can lead and inspire others so that I can achieve my goals and my purpose that God and the universe put me here for and let me survive sepsis for, because I have so much more to do on this planet. I have so many more lives to impact, and I survived sepsis because I have a mission and a purpose to change people's lives and inspire others to create the life that they deserve and to become leaders themselves and to go out and make a bigger difference in the world as well, and all the philanthropy that we're going to do. So, I mean, I'm telling you, like, I'm fired up, I'm fueled, and I know my purpose. And I almost died last year from sepsis and was in the hospital for a long time, and then went home and still had like an at-home hospital I told you guys about. So I'm telling you, I mean, I'm fired up. I know why I'm here. I know my mission. I know my purpose. I know my why, my vision. I hope you guys do too. I tell myself stories about who I am, who I'm becoming, what I need to do, who I need to become, etc. I'm sorry to hear, Vance, that you lost your wife to Alzheimer's. I've lost both of my grandparents to Alzheimer's. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Eric says, an inspiring statement. Thank you so much. So glad you are here and survived sepsis. Thank you. I am as well. Edgar said, I meant a second Facebook profile for the business, one for private use and one for business. Yeah, of course. You can do that. That's fine. And we can dive more into this stuff when you're in our program. Donald said, do you use affirmations? Of course I use affirmations. I love incantations, affirmations, positive psychology, you name it. I'm always doing whatever I can to put myself in peak state, control the narrative in my mind instead of letting external factors and stimuli and people dictate and influence how I feel and how I think. Control the narrative, control the story, you control your life. And so for you guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to upload this. You guys will get the replay tomorrow. But again, make the right choice, guys. For you, for your family, for your goals, for your finances, for your peace of mind, make the right choice. Take me up on this amazing, incredible offer to get the 2 free VIP in-person tickets valued at $5,000 for anybody who joins. There's the last link. Peter Johnson on my team posted it. go.shortenthegap.com/join. It's on the screen. It's in the chat. I'm going to close this down. I appreciate you guys. Nothing but love and respect for every single one of you for being here. For people watching the replay who are in a different time zone, appreciate you for watching this far as well. Have an amazing day, night, morning, wherever you're at in the world. For those of you that are in our community, I so look forward to connecting with you guys. And for those of you who are on the fence, I really hope you make the decision. My heartfelt wish is you make the right decision here to join. And I'll see you all in our community. And for the rest of you, I'll see you guys on social media. Appreciate you guys.